Are live at Coletco for tonight's Monday night's Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, let us know. See how well this works. Let's see here. Well, I see that we're on. I just can't see comments. Let me go over here to the chat. Okay, so is it. I can't see comments on the screen. Alright, so everybody knows I'm using a hotspot. I'm using the hotspot on my phone. I don't want to restart, but I can't see comments on the screen. Which I guess is okay. Can anybody hear me? Jeremy Walker said no audio. Weird. Also, music is still on. Can you mind pausing that? I thought I paused it, but I guess it's where her Wi-Fi. Let me tell everybody what's going on. Our Wi-Fi is really wacko. It's really wacko right now. Let me move my phone over here. So, like our music just came back on here at the store. Make sure I am on my hotspot. Yeah, okay. So I'm connecting my hotspot, which isn't great for streaming, as y'all well know. Hotspots are not good for streaming whatsoever. So it could be spotty. We're going to try to have a sale. I at least need to get something rolling here tonight. If it's unsuccessful, we may not be able to have a show until Wednesday, honestly, until they come out tomorrow and fix our invoice. So, Chad has a Coletco man cave. No, this isn't from my house. I realized that getting all this to my house would be a challenge. It would be a challenge. So I know y'all were very much excited to see my house. I'll do some kind of video. I'm working on slowly moving my records there. I've made a decision. You know, I'm going to try to get everything in order. So, okay, so, yeah, let's try to get some of these sold best we can. I'm going to go ahead and start going through a crate of new stuff. I think there's several people on for Jar of Flies, which, did I say I was going to sell that tonight? Did I say that? I don't know if I should sell that tonight. I don't know. I might want to save that for even a more special occasion. I might sell it tonight. I'll for sure say the Manson, but I mean Jar of Flies. You know, we might need to hold on that for like a week and get more promotion out of it. So yeah, if you haven't already, go ahead and share the feed. It's kind of weird. I know you can't see comments on the screens, but go ahead and share on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, hit the thumbs up button for likes. That helps us out. And then if you're on YouTube, same thing. You can hit the thumbs up button for likes to help us on that. And sorry, I'm also thinking while I'm talking, so my speech probably sounds battered right now. Okay. here's what I'm going to do. Let's start with a crate of new vinyl. It's just me and Seth right now. Tanner said he'd be here in about an hour. So Seth is still over here pricing Japanese stuff. I hope he comes over here in a minute and starts tagging. We don't really have a way to see comments other than maybe right here. So, yeah, you'll just have to listen to me as far as knowing where we're at on bids because you can't see it on the screen. I don't know why, and I don't want to restart the feed. And one more reminder, I am on a hotspot, so if the connection drops at some point, we might have to restart the feed, and there'll be a whole new one. So that's what's going to happen. All right, let's go through this crate and see what we have. I think this is a compilation of some stuff from last week and the week before, but if anything, we'll get started right here. Motley Crue, Theater of Pain, 40th anniversary remaster of Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. That is $33.99. Motley Crue, Theater of Pain. We have XTC. Let me get my camera kicked around more so this direction. XTC, Drums and Wires. That is $33.99. That is for the 1979 classic album, newly recut, 200-gram Drums and Wires, XTC, $33.99. Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits is $44.99. 2 LP of Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits, $44.99. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits, two Greatest Hits compilations there back-to-back, $44, $36.99. Duke Genesis is $28.99. Duke Genesis, $28.99. And Ember by Breaking Benjamin, $29.99. Pretty much no new vinyl tonight. If I show new vinyl, it's going to be a recap. We've got 7 crates of really good vintage stuff to go through. So that's going to be the bread and butter of tonight's show. All new vintage stuff. Pearl Jam live at Fox Theater, live Atlanta, 1994. Colored vinyl, $24.99. 2 copies still available of The Velvet Underground Loaded. The Velvet Underground Loaded is $31.99. $31.99. And Townes Van Zandt, A Far Cry from Dead. Townes Van Zandt is $36.99. Townes Van Zandt, A Far Cry from Dead, $36.99. AC/DC Stiff Upper Lip is $34.99. AC/DC Stiff Upper Lip, $34.99. Still got 3 of those. Wasp Headless Children, $39.99. And we have Best of Bon Jovi Crossroads, $44.99. $44.99. Best of Bon Jovi Crossroads. Pink Floyd Relics is $34.99. $34.99 for that. First sale of the night. One of the favorite things I like to say. That usually breaks the ice, and from here it's all uphill or downhill. Martin Pryor, AC/DC. And Seth, if you can't see comments, I will make sure these get tagged very accurately. You may hear me say the title and the winner multiple times, so Seth can get the appropriate sticky note on all the records until we have our connections. Can you not plug in via Ethernet? No, it doesn't. There's just nothing happening. It's like there's no signal coming to our store anymore. No signal whatsoever. So, yeah, nothing. It's like we don't exist. So Martin Pryor on AC/DC, and then Lou Hetzer on Bon Jovi. Lou Hetzer on Bon Jovi. Steve Howe also on Pink Floyd Relics. Did I just pull that for somebody? No, I didn't. That's still in here. Steve Howe on Pink Floyd Relics. And I've got the other 2 AC/DC sold, which is Jared Benoit and Jerry Stone. So Steve Howe got Pink Floyd Relics, and then the 2 AC/DC sold to Jared Benoit and Jerry Stone. Those are both sold, and I guess I'm back out of stock of AC/DC. How much was Bon Jovi? There is no more Bon Jovi, but Greg Stone, that doesn't mean I can't get you one. This is Monday, so there's plenty of time for waiting list and to get new stuff in. That would be $44.99. $44.99. Yes, I paid the bill, unless they didn't do their job auto-drafting it. So, Wasp, $39.99. Anthrax, Fistful of Metal. Fistful of Metal, $33.99. That is on colored vinyl, and by the way, that is the 12-inch. We've been having that 10-inch 4-pack. That's the single LP as an LP 12-inch. Hall & Oates Rock and Roll Soul Part 1, which is essentially their greatest hits. Great music there. $28.99. Seth, there's a lot of people blaming you for the internet problems, just FYI. Seth said he sabotaged it. He didn't, well, he didn't want to tag records. He's mad. Somebody wants this Tarantino experience. They messaged us after the sale, so I hadn't pulled that yet. Tanner's still invoicing right now. Lots of invoices. Usually it's now taken all day Sunday and all day Monday, especially since our new sales tax thing we have to do. It takes even longer to look up people's zip codes and figure out taxes until we have a company help us automate that. So Tanner's still sending invoices. He's going to be here in about an hour. And so if you're still looking for an invoice, you probably hadn't got it yet. U2 singles is $38.99. By the way, some of the grails that was featured in some of those posts, we're going to be selling off tonight. Right after this being, we're going to start a new crate of new arrivals. So Bleach anime soundtrack, volumes 1 and 2 on blue vinyl. Last copy of that, $44.99. Also, last copy of U2, the singles, or 18 singles. U2 Under a Blood Red Sky, back-to-back U2s there again, Under a Blood Red Sky, and singles, $38 and $33.99. Neck Deep, Rain in July. Neck Deep is $28.99. And the last copy of the indie exclusive Run the Jewels reimagined of Run the Jewels 4, $44.99. I've also got Bob Marley Exodus, $36.99 for Bob Marley Exodus. Last couple copies of the White Stripes anniversary. I know y'all have seen that a couple times. And Kiss Peter Criss is $36.99. The picture disc for Peter Criss, $36.99. Let's see here. Boy, there was a big jump in comments. What happened? I guess my phone just all of a sudden, a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Sounds like Sabotage. I have that album in stock if you want it. Which Breaking Benjamin? Cameron Martin. That's Breaking Benjamin Ember. Breaking Benjamin Ember, $29.99. Greg Stone passed on the Bon Jovi. Jared Benoit wants a Razor's Edge. If I have one, I do have one. Let me show that. There may be other people. Let's put Jared Benoit down for a AC/DC, the Razor's Edge. These are $31.99. I still got these in stock. That's sold to Jared. Let's see here. Did I see Velvet Underground? You did. That was Velvet Underground loaded on clear vinyl. $31.99. $31.99. I plan on posting a lot of this in the group later tonight as a recap. Lou Hetzer, you're first on U2. Mr. Lou Hetzer, let me know if you want Under a Blood Red Sky or if you want U2 singles. Let me know which two of those you want. And no Master Feet on the screen tonight. Is Genesis Duke any kind of special pressing? Mr. Richard Allen, it is a half-speed remaster. 2008 mixes, half-speed mastering. $28.99 on Genesis Duke. Any Bush 16 Stone? I want to say yes, but I don't know where they're at. Give me a second on that. Who asked that? Craig, give me a second on there. Was there a Wasp in there? There was. That was Wasp Headless Children. $39.99. Wasp Headless Children. Josh Ragland also wants or let's put him down for Josh Ragland down for a Velvet Underground loaded. And Lou Hetzer wanted Under a Blood Red Sky by U2. That is sold to him. So those three are sold. Wasp was $39.99, and Alvo Dabney wants the other copy of Loaded. All right. I think there's two more records in here I hadn't shown. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, green vinyl, $36.99, and another copy of Bob Marley Exodus, $36.99. Richard Allen says he does want the Genesis Duke. All right. So let me get everybody updated before we get into one of these insane bins. Couple quick announcements. I'm on my hotspot right now, so let's hope that my connection stays strong and Verizon helps us out tonight. I'm on my hotspot. I'm surprised we're able to do what we're doing right now. Obviously, there's no comments on the screen. I don't know why, but I don't want to restart the feed. If for some reason the connection completely drops, I'll just start a whole new feed until it gets really bad, and then we might have to call tonight. But hopefully everything works out. Yes, I got my copy of Yes. I bought one on eBay, and then I've had several people, actually Mr. Eddie Bruce, one of our longtime viewers, and he's a record store owner down in Cartersville, Georgia, the Rockin' Shop. He had a copy left over. I can see Facebook and I can see YouTube. Yes, I can still see all the embedded, both feeds, but y'all can't. Sorry about that. On which one? Yes, Richard Allen got Duke. Okay, so here's what's left in here, because I think some people just hopped on. The crates tonight are really, I mean, we got some crates with $300 and $400 records in them. And then we're about to start some pretty incredible auctions here in just a second. So I'll get to those records in just a second. We have Motley Crue, $33.99. XTC, $33.99. The Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits, $44.99. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Breaking Benjamin, Pearl Jam, Townes Van Zandt. If you need any additional information, let me know. Just to recap here. Wasp, Headless Children, Anthrax, Fistful of Metal, Hall & Oates, Rock and Roll Soul Part 1, the Bleach soundtrack, last copy of Under a Blood Red Sky, last copy of U2 Singles, Neck Deep, Run the Jewels, Exodus by Bob Marley, White Stripes, Peter Criss Picture Disc, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Alvo Dabney's going to grab that Foo Fighters Greatest Hits. That's a good decision. And let me go ahead and put up some auctions. I've also got a box of 45s. Y'all seen the previews of that. That's where the Rob Zombie Dragula is and some things like that. So let's put up one of these Oingo Boingos, and we're going to go ahead and run the Batman soundtrack. We got some pretty incredible Oingo Boingo lately has just been I don't know. None of it's in print. We have people ask for it all the time. And we were fortunate to grab this collection that has some really nice pressings. I mean, we even got one that's sealed. But this is Oingo Boingo. And I have to be careful with that because I get tongue twisted with it. Oingo Boingo, Good for Your Soul. Near Me and OG, original inner sleeve. Vinyl is beautiful. Looks unplayed. That's Near Mint Minus. We've also cleaned it, checked it, put it in a new sleeve for you. That's how we handle all of our vintage. This is a 1983 Indianapolis press, which is OG. That's a $55 start. So we've got these stickered. What I do is some of these really desirable titles, we go ahead and put them up for auction so everybody gets a fair fighting chance at getting them. They 95% of the time brings what we're going to sticker them anyway, but that way it keeps everything entertaining and everybody gets a shot. We got a couple really high-end records to sell tonight. Some Marilyn Manson, some Alice in Chains. We'll put those up in just a second. And then the Batman soundtrack. The last time I had one of this, it caused quite a, I don't know, there was a lot of people on just a bit on this. This is a VG copy. This is a check condition copy. Nice jacket, though. Of course, all the music by Prince, arranged, composed, and performed by Prince. This is a $25 start for the Batman soundtrack. $25 start for the Batman soundtrack. So $25 for Batman. We got $55 on Oingo Boingo. We had a couple other claims out of here. Kelly Gabney wants Motley Crue. Kelly Gabney on Motley Crue was the Pearl Jam live at the Fox Theater. Yes, Pearl Jam was live, Fox Theater, Josh Ragland, $24.99. And then Brent McKinney wanted the U2 singles. U2 singles to Brent McKinney. So Kelly Gabney on Motley Crue and Brent McKinney on U2 singles. Scott Apple wants to know if there's any knives. Scott Apple is Seth Hackett's uncle, for those that did not know that. Scott, your nephew is here, and let me tell you, most people on this feed do not like him. Most people on this feed do not like him. So just so you know, you're an enemy of the people here too. Robin, 25 on Batman, 35 on Batman, 25, 40, 30. Dennis Nelson on the Grinch. Dennis Nelson on the Grinch. That's so to Dennis Nelson. Batman, 44, 40. And Scott says, I don't like them either. Wow. That is what the people want to see. Now, that's good content there. That's good content. Brent McKinney. Brent McKinney. My feed isn't moving up like it's supposed to. So we got the Batman, and Batman just hit $55 with Jerry Stone. That's what we're looking for a start on Oingo Boingo. If an auction does not get a bid, you can cross your fingers and hope that you end up getting it as the buy it now. You may miss out. If you for sure want to end up winning that record, I recommend go ahead and bidding. So that's all right. Okay, so there's some really good records in here, stuff we never get. There's some OG stuff from the late 80s, early 90s, 2000s. I was very fortunate to pick up this collection. Came from an original owner. He bought a lot of these new. Really cool guy, went over there. He's moving. We bought his collection. Him and his wife are moving. We got some records. We got some signs. We got some toys. Hopefully I get to go back and buy more. This is a lot of stuff he bought originally. He kept really good care of it. Some things I think he might have bought used, or maybe he really liked, like the Prince is VG, but a lot of this other stuff is really well taken care of. And he has more that he wanted to keep, and maybe he'll eventually sell them to us. But okay, let's go back up to the top and make sure I didn't miss anything. Dennis Nelson got the Grinch. Todd Tipton, the Crew. Sorry, Todd, I missed your comment. Todd Tipton, the Crew is $33.99. Brad's Brain, the Peter Criss is a picture disc, which would be from 2014 remaster, or whenever probably that's what the barcode will show. That was $36.99. The cover on Batman is really nice. It's VG Plus or better. The vinyl is VG, and we was at 55 on that. Now 60, now 70. And Bob Riger, actually somebody has already claimed, they messaged our page. Somebody messaged our page and they was watching an old replay of that last feed and they said they wanted that. But if you want one, I can reorder one and try to get you one without a seam split. Oingo Boingo is pristine. It's pristine. I'm really surprised they don't have a bid yet. And Batman 80 and Fred's in at Oingo Boingo. Okay, so Fred is at 55 on Oingo Boingo, and I think Batman is at 75 before I go any further. Okay, so if there's something really high in here, I'll try to tell the price first. I think I pulled out all the 200 up stuff, but there is some $100 records in here, I think. Okay, first is $59.99, $55.99, and that is the Decemberist, The King is Dead. The Decemberist King is Dead. That's a 2011 180 gram, $59.99, $55.99. Batman is at 80. Jerry Stone is at 80 on Batman. My bad. Jerry Stone is at 80 on Batman. And we have a bid on Oingo Boingo. Fred Carnell is at 55. Monica's at 58. $139.99. Uh-oh. There's another one. Really good one here. $139.99. Never had this. If I have, I don't remember it. The Best of Oingo Boingo, Skeletons in the Closet. That's a 1989 OG, and it's beautiful. This is $139.99. The Best of Oingo Boingo. Very nice copy. That is $139.99. That is sold to Mike Massey. Okay, so Mike Massey got that one. Final call, I think. I need to know if Tracy's out on Batman, so Jerry Stone has that for 80, going twice, going 3 times. And Monica's at 58 on this Oingo Boingo. $49.99 for Danger Mouse and the Sparkle Horse presents Dark Night of the Soul. That is $49.99. That's sold to Mike Massey, yeah. $49.99 for Dark Night of the Soul. Danger Mouse and Sparkle Horse present Dark Night of the Soul. That is $49.99. 2010 180 gram, that says. $79.99 for Sparkle Horse. Dreamt for light in years in the belly of a mountain. That is $79.99. We have a couple people on the Tarantino waiting list. Let's put Tarantino Volume 3. Lou Hetzer wants one. Tracy Miller wants one. And did somebody else say they wanted one? The Quentin Tarantino is Volume 3. Red and yellow vinyl. That's Volume 3. We've had Volume 1, which was super popular. Volume 2, and now we're selling quite a few of the Volume 3. The people on this waiting list was Lou Hetzer and Tracy Miller. And then a couple other people asked, if anybody wants on this $44.99, let me know. Okay, final call. Final call on Batman, $80. And to Jerry Stone, I'm about to sell that. And Monica's at 62 on Oingo Boingo. $34.99 for Ringo Starr Rotogravure. That is sealed from 1976. $34.99 for Ringo. $19.99 for Tycoon. Includes the smash single Such a Woman. That is also sealed. 1978. $19.99 for Tycoon. That is sealed. $19.99 for Electric Light Orchestra. Olay ELO. Olay ELO. $19.99. Very clean copy. Or as I used to say, OL ELO. I didn't know that was ELO. Did anyone get the Breaking Benjamin? No, it is still available. Breaking Benjamin is still available. Cat Stevens, Back to Earth, $14.99. Neutral Milk Hotel on a Very Island. That's a 2009 pressing, $24.99. $24.99. I don't know if I can get Volume 1 or 2 or not. How about I order some, and then when I'll know if I get them in, and then I'll show them. That tells me I probably need to order several ones and twos. So let me do that. Eli Tomlinson is going to get the Breaking Bad Benjamin. That's sold to Eli. $39.99 for Karate in the Fish Tank 12. That is $39.99. $39.99. And I was going to put this up for auction. Is this what I think it is? I think it is. It's a straight buy it now, though. $99.99. $99.99 for the Cure Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me in shrink wrap hop sticker. And that is an 87 OG SRC press. Beautiful copy. Shrink wrap and hop sticker, Cure, 1987. That's $99.99. $129.99. $129.99 for the Cure, the head on the door. That is sealed 1985. Sealed 1985, the head on the door. No punch holes, no saw marks. That's $129.99. Jason F. gets the Cure Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Let's go ahead and tag that for Jason Fornerat. And let's go ahead and sell Batman to Jerry Stone. I think Batman, Jerry Stone's been wanting one of these for a while, and now he has one. This is sold to Jerry Stone for $80. $80. So Jason got Kiss Me, Kiss Me. Batman sold to him for Jerry Stone for $80. And the head on the door is sold to Belinda Dobb, which I think Tanner puts those under Jason Dobb now. I'm not for sure, though. You might want to just put Belinda/Jason. I don't know how they have that. Okay, so how they do that in our system now. Good for your soul. Good for your soul. Oingo Boingo. Pristine copy. Y'all are getting closer. Fred Carnell's at $63. Good for your soul. Beautiful copy. That's an 83 OG. Fred Carnell's at $63. No one else has bid. $39.99 for the Psychedelic Furs. $39.99. 1984. Really nice copy. Yep. Yeah. Psychedelic Furs. $39.99. $19.99 for something I don't know what it is. Yeah, Yeahs Machine. The Yeah, Yeahs Machine from 2002. $19.99. Final call on Oingo Boingo, 63. Then I'll put up 2 new auctions. And this next record is $119.99. $119.99. That's Evelyn, which is Amanda Palmer. That is $119.99. Yellow and blue vinyl from 2010. Evelyn. Paul Beal gets the Yeah, Yeahs. Feel like I'm singing a Beatles song. That is sold to Paul Beal. And $29.99 for Thelma, the Murder City Devils. That is $29.99. 2001 peach vinyl. $49.99 for Bob Dylan, Oh Mercy. This is a gold stamp promo, 1989. Bob Dylan, Oh Mercy, near mint minus, $49.99. John Howard says, I'll take Murder City Devil. This is sold to John Howard. John, if you're a first time... Yeah, John Howard, if you're a first-time buyer, please make sure you message our page. Any first-time buyers, I feel like we're going to have several on tonight. John Howard, make sure you message our Facebook page with your email address and your mailing address. He says he's not a first-time buyer. I guess I hadn't said your name in a while, but thanks and welcome back. And Lou Hetzer on Bob Dylan. Not a first-time buyer, but that's good anyway. I gave out first-time buyer instructions for anybody new watching. Make sure if you buy something, I'll either recognize you hadn't bought in a long time or a while, or you're new, and I'll give you some first-time buyer instructions. Okay. $119.99 for the Fall, the Real New Fall LP. This is the Fall, the Real New Fall LP. This is a blue vinyl from 2004, $119.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell the Oingo Boingo. That was $63 to Fred Carnell. Y'all almost made it to sticker. Almost made it to sticker on that one. Oingo Boingo, that's sold to Fred Carnell, $63. Fred Carnell. Supertramp, Brother Where You Bound. This is actually the full album sealed, $29.99. Supertramp, Brother Where You Bound, sealed with hop sticker, $29.99. And Craig Thomas wants the Neutral Milk Hotel from earlier. That's sold to Craig Thomas. And Brent Rabley wants to know the details on Psychedelic Furs. It's a 1984 OG, $39.99. Near mint minus on the vinyl, very nice. And it has the original inner sleeve. Really surprised no one's grabbed that yet. Brent, it's yours if you want it. Let's go ahead and pull James Rayner Supertramp. and I'll start next 2 auctions. Let me go ahead and do one of the high-end records, and that way, if anybody asks the rest of the night, we can tell them it's sold. I have got this stickered, which we might get here with it tonight. This is not an easy record to come by. If you've done your research, I think you'll know that. This is like, I wish I could get them every day. I wish they were in print, but they're not. This is Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar. Now, it comes in one of these bags like this, so you never really know if it's being sealed. If the sticker's here, the sticker's obviously been moved, so it's been opened. As you can tell, it's been opened. It is near mint. It's really nice, and this is a 1998 UK. From what I understand, this was, I don't think there is a 1996 version. So I think when you look it up on Discogs, like the first one at the top in chronological order is this 98 UK that came out with Simply Vinyl. I think that's how an Eagles album was. One of those, that later Eagles albums that came out, that's how it first came out, was on Simply Vinyl. So this is Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar. To get it started tonight, $200, 200.00, $200 on Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar. Supertramp goes to Craig Thomas. Supertramp, excuse me, no. Craig Thomas got Neutral Milk Hotel. James Rayner got Supertramp, and Brent Rabley does want the Psychedelic Furs. That's sold to Brent Rabley. So, yeah, R-A-Y-N-E-R. Okay. Next is $99.99. That's the White Stripes live at the Gold Dollar. This is 2012 white vinyl, $99.99. Did you send me the Supertramp? Craig, I got it fixed. I got it fixed for you. 2012 white vinyl, $99.99. White Stripes live at the Gold Dollar. That is $99.99. 2012 white vinyl. Everybody got really excited for Marilyn Manson and then realized it's an expensive record. If you didn't realize this already, original Marilyn Manson records are very expensive. I've sold some for north of $500 on here before at auction. So, yes, you gotta open up your checkbook if you want some Marilyn Manson. I plan on auction all the Oingo Boingo. So here's another one. This is Oingo Boingo Alive. Oingo Boingo Alive. Celebration of a Decade. Oingo Boingo Alive. Celebration of a Decade, 1979 to 1988. It does have a promo sticker on the front. It's a gatefold 2 LP. Has a light saw mark here. Has the original inner sleeves. And overall, it's a VG Plus. This disc I'm looking at here, that looked near mint minus. I think one side is a little bit worse than others. Yeah, so side 2 here is VG Plus. The other 3 discs are EX Plus to near mint minus. That's a $75 start. Boingo Alive. Oingo Boingo, Boingo Alive, a celebration of a decade. That's a $75 start. Okay, let's see here. Marilyn Manson, Gavin was in first at 200, then 200, then 200, then 210, 205, 220, 215, 230, 240, 250. And yes, there are some people who have those listed almost twice as much as what the current bid is. But what this is going to be worth is whatever it sells for tonight at auction. So, okay, there's the White Stripes. Next is $74.99. This is Modest Mouse. Good news for people who love bad news, and that is the 2011. That's the 2011. That is $74.99 for Modest Mouse. Good news for people who love bad news. That is $74.99. This next record is $124.99. $124.99. It is a 200 gram 2002 pressing. I don't know a lot about the mastering, but they're not cheap. Miles Davis Kind of Blue. This is 200 gram remaster from 2002 Kind of Blue, and that is $124.99. Miles Davis Kind of Blue. $99.99 for Hot Potatoes, the Best of Devo. Hot Potatoes, the Best of Devo. That's a 2001 Europe pressing. 2001 Europe pressing. And this is a double LP. Yes, double LP Hot Potatoes, the best of Devo. That is $99.99. 2001 Europe. Austin Cauldron wants the Modest Mouse. That's sold to Austin Cauldron. No bid yet on Boingo Alive. I'm looking for a $75 start on that. And the Marilyn Manson is at $255 with Jared Benoit. A lot of bidders. Jared Benoit's at $255. And if you're curious, this is the 1998 UK. If you want to do any research on that, check it on Discogs. That's the 1998 UK Marilyn Manson. Okay, $19.99 for Power Station. Robert Palmer. $19.99 for Power Station. Homecoming, Doug Clark and the Hot Nuts. $14.99 for Homecoming. The Who, It's Hard. $19.99. Elkland, Apart. $9.99. $34.99 for Steely Dan, Pretzel Logic. Steely Dan, Pretzel Logic. Nice, clean copy. Ricky, don't lose that number. $34.99. That is Steely Dan, Pretzel Logic. Jason Fornerat on Power Station. Jason Fornerat gets the Power Station. And Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair, 85 OG and shrink wrap, $34.99. If you're looking for a nice, clean OG of that, there it is, $39.99. Fred Carnell on Steely Dan, Pretzel Logic. That's sold to Fred Carnell. No bid yet on Boingo. Marilyn Manson is at $260 with Eli. Fred got Steely Dan, and lots of people on Tears for Fears. Craig Weatherford is first. Craig Weatherford was first on that. So Fred Carnell the third on Steely Dan, Craig on Tears for Fears, Chris Pruitt second, Jeff McMaster third, Sean Kelly fourth, Alan Totten fifth. If anybody wants a new copy, I have a brand new sealed Tears for Fears for $39.99. I've got new ones for $39.99 as well. Craig says, I have Tears for Fears. Are you saying you want it, or are you saying you have it and you need to put it back? Okay, where am I at? We still got 2 auctions up. I'm about to end Boingo if no one bids. They're still bidding on Marilyn Manson, and I'll keep going with this crate. I feel like I was just about to do something, and I was like, I need to show something or do something. I'm not for sure. I guess he said he needs to put it back. So Seth, change that one to Chris Pruitt. Chris Pruitt. Chris Pruitt. Yeah, let me show the new copies. That's what I was going to do. Yeah, C-H-R-I-S. Yeah, Pruitt. Just like the Vols' former disappointment. There's new copies if anybody wants one. If anybody wants a new one, just let me know. $39.99. Those sound great. I have about 4 different versions. I've got a UK, I've got this version, I've got a US, and I got a Japanese pressing. As you can tell, it's one of my favorite records. $39.99. Okay. While we have everybody on, looks like we're probably at peak viewership. It's 8 o'clock, which is usually when that is. Great records tonight. We've got a new collection in. We plan on having sales every night this week. I'm working on a big deal in Wisconsin. If we miss a sale this week, it'll be well worth it because I'm going to Wisconsin to hopefully get some records. Hopefully we don't miss any sales. So anybody new watching, we're going to be having sales tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 6 sales. If we miss one, like I said, it'll be well worth it to go get this collection. Hopefully we don't miss, though, and we can arrange that. Auctions, buy it nows, great night to be watching. Hope everybody can tune in until we're done. Just me and Seth right now. We're waiting for Tanner to get here. He's still invoicing. And by the way, I'm on my hotspot. I'm on my Verizon hotspot. Right now, everything's working great. So hopefully we don't have any drops in connection. So, okay. Beatles doll. John Tanner didn't know about that. I've been selling stuff in the group, and he's sending out invoices, and he has no idea that I'm selling stuff. So I can add that, or we can do it on this week's. So whichever. But I've sold several things in the group, and people's getting their invoices, and like, I just bought this, I just bought that. We'll try to get it on this week's invoice, and it'll be tomorrow before we get to correct any of that. Okay, Talking Heads. This is an OG, 1985, $39.99, Little Creatures. $39.99 for Talking Heads, Little Creatures. And this next record is $199.99. $199.99. And this is called Santo Gold. Santo Gold, and that is from 2009, $199.99. No YouTube tonight. We are on YouTube. No, we're live on YouTube. You just can't see comments. Okay, so we had Marilyn Manson 275 of Eric S. Marilyn Manson 275. And price on the Who. The Who was $19.99. Let's see. Marilyn Manson 270. I think I already said 280. No, Eric S. is at 275. Eric S. is at 275. Let's see here. Yeah, all the hot poster auctions. Kirk Fields, Seth. Kirk Fields on Talking Heads. Kirk Fields on Talking Heads. Rydell Martin was second. Todd Tempton on the Who. So Kirk Fields on Talking Heads. Todd Tempton on the Who. Todd Tipton. Yeah, Todd Tipton on the Who. And Talking Heads went to Kirk Fields. $149.99. Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full from 2007. 2007, $149.99. Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full. I vaguely remember that coming out. I can remember that like being promoted in Walmarts when I was, how old was I? I guess I wasn't that young. 95, 13, 12, I guess. So, but I can remember that. $89.99. $89.99 for Black Moth Super Rainbow Cobra Juicy. That is $89.99. That's a 2012 orange splatter vinyl. And $129.99. $129.99. And I think this is pronounced Got-Free. Or I forgot how he read it. He read it very uniquely. Gotfvye or something like that. Making Mirrors. That is $129.99 from 2012. Got some interesting stuff in here for sure. Gotia. Yeah, there you go, Craig. Thank you. Okay, Marilyn Manson update. Jared Benoit's at $280. Jared Benoit's at $280 on Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar. I'm going to go ahead and make Boingo Alive a buy it now. $75 buy it now if anybody wants it. $75 buy it now for Boingo Alive, a celebration of a decade, 79 to 88. That's now a buy it now. Kind of surprised that's still in there. It's sold to Nathan Myers. He's first. And make that $75 to Nathan Myers. $75, Nathan Myers. Oingo Boingo. $149.99. I've already had one of these, but this one's sealed. This is the White Stripes live at the Gold Dollar, August 14th, 1997, and that is sealed from 2012, $149.99. High bidder on Marilyn Manson's $280. Please let me know if you want to bid, because now's the time. Price on Elkland. Dan White, Elkland was $9.99. Can you show the 7 gold again? Trying to look it up. Yeah. Is it 7 gold or 7? Yeah, 7 gold. Is that what that says? I didn't know what that actually says. It doesn't look like it. This is the 2009, $199.99. And the barcode is 878037003413. That's $199.99. VG Plus. This next record is VG Plus. It's $200. VG Plus, $200, $199.99, $199.99, VG Plus, Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, in mono, original Capitol inner sleeve, VG Plus, $199.99, Bono, Pet Sounds. Cover is VG minus, I guess. We'll have to probably call that immediately because it has a seam split at the top, but it's very nice. Eric S. is at $290 on the Marilyn Manson. $19.99. This is Jack Johnson, Bushfire Fairy Tales. Jack Johnson, $19.99. Bushfire Fairy Tales, $19.99. And Extra Width Blues Explosion, 2003, $19.99. Josh Ragland first on the Jeff Johnson. That's sold to Josh Ragland. Jeff McMaster was second. $14.99 on Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. $14.99 on Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. Josh on JJ. Jeff was second. Tom Dearlove third. Colin Butler first to Blues Explosion. That sold to Colin Butler. Craig was second. So Josh Ragland on JJ and Colin Butler on Blues Explosion. Jared Benoit's at $2.95 on the Marilyn Manson. Kirk Fields on Cat Stevens. Kirk Fields first on Cat Stevens. $14.99 for Billy Joe. Man, who's been asking about that? There it is. Somebody hopped on the last 3 or 4 sales, I think, asking for this. Billy Joe Turnstiles, $14.99. There it is. I probably have 10 more in the back if you give me about a week to find them. Billy Joe 52nd Street. Billy Joe 52nd Street is $14.99. And Jefferson Starship Red Octopus, $14.99. Billy Joe Jefferson Starship. And Kiss Alive is a 1985 pressing. 1985 pressing, $44.99. Jeff, you're first to Billy Joe. Let me know if you want Turnstiles, 52nd Street, or both of them. Samantha, you were second. Jared Benoit, back in as the high bidder, $295 on Marilyn Manson. Jared Benoit has that at $295. Eric S. is still bidding. Let me know if you're in or out. And anybody else, let me know. Jeff McMaster wanted Turnstiles. Whoever that was asking about that, was it Mark Stropes? I told him, I said, if you want to see a record, you got to tune in 6 nights a week, 6 hours a night, or you're going to miss something. That goes to Jeff McMaster. Eric S. is at $305 on Manson. Mark, you just missed your Billy Joe Turnstiles. You just missed it. You just missed it. Okay, let me put up, let me change, let me figure out. I'm talking to myself. Stand by. I may slip in the other Oingo Boingos as buy it now. The other ones really didn't get many bids, so I'll just put those as buy it nows in just a second. I'll do it when this is over. So, let's see. Chip Hall Kiss Condition. Chip Hall Kiss Condition. Kiss, very nice. It's a 1985 pressing. We have no condition notes on it, so it's going to be very clean. Yes, very nice. I don't know if you can see the details. I don't know how well the image comes through on y'all's screen, but if you can see that, it's very nice. That is $44.99. $44.99. Let's see here. Manson is at $305. Yes, Kiss is very clean, very nice. The White Stripes is an unofficial. No, it's official. It's Third Man. Give me a second on that. Somebody else also asked Kiss Condition. Nick asked Miles Davis. And, yeah, we get lots of copy of Turnstiles. Don't worry about that. I don't know if the 85 copies came with a book or not. I think by 1985 they may have not been including the books. This one doesn't have a book regardless, though. Okay. Has anybody else set out on... I don't think anybody has set out on Marilyn Manson. We're at 305. All right, there's some really, as I think several people have already said, there's some really good stuff in here, but it's pricey. That's usually how really good stuff goes. So I'm going to go through this crate one more time in detail. If you missed anything or if you just hopped on, there's some really good stuff in here. There's about 3 people in line for Kiss. Todd Tipton says he wants it if anybody else doesn't. Let me figure out who asked first about it. Chip Hall did. Chip, let me know if you want Kiss. And we've got a couple offers as well. So Chip Hall has dibs on that, and then we'll figure out who wants it. We'll just put it there. Marilyn Manson's at $310. Okay, we have the Decemberist. The King is Dead. The Decemberist is $59.99. 2011, 180 gram, $59.99. Tony Jack Johnson's already sold. There was 2 or 3 people all over that one. Kiss is sold to Chip Hall. Chip Hall gets the Kiss Alive. Marilyn Manson's at $310. The Decemberist is $59.99. $49.99 for Dark Night of the Soul, Danger Mouse and Sparkle Horse. That is $49.99. Walt Cruz first to the Decemberist. So Chip Hall on Kiss, Walt Cruz on the Decemberist. No problem, Tony. Yeah, Jack Johnson sold really quick. By the way, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Sorry you can't see the comments on the screen right here. I don't know why it's not. We got our first person really to say out on Marilyn Manson, which is Eric S. That means Jared Benoit has it for $310. Going once, going twice. We also have Sparkle Horse. Walt Cruz, some of these look like they're right up your alley. Dreamt for Light Years in the Belly of a Mountain. That is from 2012, $79.99. $79.99. No layaway. We figure 2 weeks to pay is layaway enough. Sealed Ringo, $34.99. Ringo's Rotogravure, $34.99. That is sealed. Tycoon is also sealed. That's from 78, $19.99 sealed. ELO, Olay ELO, which is sort of it is a compilation. Got great songs on it. $19.99 on ELO. If you don't have any ELO, that's a good starter. Cat Stevens Back to Earth, $14.99. Karate in the Fish Tank 12, $39.99. Karate, $39.99 in the Fish Tank. Evelyn is $119.99. Yellow and blue vinyl from 2010. Evelyn, $119.99 and $119.99. Blue vinyl. This is the fall, the real new fall LP. Yes, this is the first crate. We got 6 more like this. Whew. Hope y'all are ready. The new fall LP. Okay, somebody asked earlier about the white stripes. We got an open copy and we got a sealed copy. This is Third Man Records, 2012 white vinyl, $99.99. This is the open copy, the White Stripes live at the Gold Dollar. That is August 14th, 1997. This one's opened. This is $99.99. Craig Johnson is first to ELO. Craig Johnson on the ELO. Marilyn Manson is on its final call. We have, and then there's going to be a lot of people hop on the rest of the night asking if we still have this, and we're going to have to disappoint them and tell them it's sold. Jared Benoit has this for $310. That's going twice, going 3 times. Jared Benoit is at $310. Joe Ives wants the Marilyn Manson, or excuse me, but R.M. Lazelle wants the White Stripes. R.M. Lazelle on the White Stripes. That's sold to R.M. Lazelle. All right, $124.99. Several people's asked about this. This is Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. It's a 2002 pressing, 200 gram, $124.99. $124.99, 2002, 200 gram. That is $124.99. $99.99 for Hot Potatoes, the Best of Devo. That's a 2001 Europe. $99.99. Hot Potatoes, the Best of Devo. Doug Clark and the Hot Nuts, $14.99. That's in shrink wrap. Elkland Apart. Elkland is a 12-inch single, and it has one other song, Salvation. That is $9.99. $9.99. Am I entertaining offers? Maybe. Somebody made an offer earlier on Devo if you want to send that again, but yeah, maybe. I mean, I just got these, but if it's fair, I'll let you know. Really surprised no one grabbed this. Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full. I think I have a sealed copy. That's why I'm not keeping it. This is from 2007, $149.99. Paul McCartney, Memory Almost Full, 2007 OG, $149.99. It's beautiful. Mike Massey, I'll split the difference with you on Devo, and I'll sell that to you for $90. I'll sell that to you for $90. All right, let's go ahead. Jared Benoit can wipe the sweat off his brow. Jared, this is yours. Marilyn Manson, $310, Seth, to Jared Benoit. $310 on that to Jared Benoit. And we're going to sell Mike Massey. This is a high offer, custom price of $90. Hot Potatoes, the Best of Devo, from 2001. That is sold to Mike Massey for $90. Mike Massey got that for $90. And Marilyn Manson. Now, if y'all want to go to my Discogs, Colectco, or actually, if you just search Marilyn Manson Hollywood, I do have an OG Marilyn Manson I've had on Discogs for a while. If you want to go find that and submit an offer, don't buy it through Discogs so I don't have to pay fees. But I need to bring that out, refresh it, and put it up for auction one night. Or if anybody wants to go look for that, look for the Colectco listing, I will. I've got another Marilyn Manson on there listed. And if you find that listing, click on our Discogs page. I've got probably 20 records that are more than $200 on Discogs. Some really obscure stuff, but there's also some Marilyn Manson. I've got a couple metal records on there, and there's a Kiss, Creatures of the Night, glow-in-the-dark vinyl from 1995. So that's available. I can't share the link right now because I don't want to do it on my phone, but if anybody wants to message us, if you have trouble finding it, I don't know what version it is, but I know it's OG. You send us a message, and I'll send you a direct link. I really don't have anything else on standby right now to put up for auction, but let me change that. I got some of these X records. Let me see what else we have. Oh, yeah, Humphreys McGee. Y'all don't know about this. Humphreys McGee. This is Humphreys McGee Hall of Fame Class of 2011. Limited edition split color double LP. Humphreys McGee Hall of Fame Class 2011. I didn't have any time to promote any of these. We got an amazing collection in, and once again, it's just like they're all going to be gone before the night's over with. I never even get word out to y'all what we have. This is a $155 start. $155 start for Humphreys McGee Hall of Fame Class of 2011. All right, there is the Marilyn Manson. Yes, I think, and make sure you're on the Coletco one, whatever one you see listed as Coletco. So if anybody wants that, let me know. I'll make an offer, send us a message, whatever. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, Paul McCartney was $149.99. Memory almost full. This is $89.99 for Black Moth Super Rainbow Cobra Juicy. That was $89.99. We have, I've already forgot how to say that, Making Mirrors from 2012, $129.99. White Stripes, there's a sealed copy. We just sold the open one. This one's sealed, $50 more, $149.99. The Santo Gold, is that what that said? $199.99. The Beach Boys, also $200. That's a mono VG Plus. $14.99 for Billy Joel and $14.99 for Red Octopus. The name is Gotji. I think that's close. $155 on Humphreys McGee, by the way. And I think there's some people patiently waiting for the Jar of Flies. Uh-oh, Jar of Flies is going to be auctioned tonight? Uh-oh. Should we actually do that, Seth? I'm going to let Seth decide right now, should we sell the Jar of Flies tonight? And Seth's answer is either going to be yes or no. And Seth, what is your answer? He said yes. But for the right price. Whew. All right. Okay. All right. If anybody wants anything in that crate, wants to make an offer, let me know. The Memory Almost Full is not sealed. No. Okay. I don't know how many auctions we can run tonight because I'm really trying to stay focused on these crates. But is the Humphrey Hall of Fame from 2011. Yes, Humphrey McGee Hall of Fame Class of 2011. This is a 155 start. Doug Clark and the Hot Nuts was near mint in shrink wrap, and Craig Johnson wants the Miles Davis out of that last crate. No one ever made an offer. That's too late anyway. He's going to take it at sticker. That's sold to Craig Johnson. Miles Davis Kind of Blue. That is sold $124.99. That's sold to Craig Johnson. We have Yaski offered $180 for Santa Gold. $180. I'm at $200. I'll do $190. Yaski, I'll do it for $190. So let me know yes or no. Jeff Malwitz wants the Red Octopus from the last crate. We'll go ahead and tag these next two records. All right, so Craig Johnson got the Miles Davis Kind of Blue. Let's go ahead and tag Jeff Malwitz, Malwitz. By the way, Seth can't see the feed. We're on my feed only, really. He gets the Red Octopus, and then we're going to sell this to Larry Smith for $10. Seth said, you have no idea how many times I've typed in this name. This is Doug Clark and the Hot Nuts. That's $10 to Larry Smith. This is a check condition bin. First record is $62.99. What's that? 10 what? 10 bucks. Yeah, Doug Clark. Yeah, Larry Smith. $62.99 for Black Sabbath. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. The vinyl is EX. It's not bad. It's EX. Has the original Warner Brothers inner sleeve. A little bit of cover damage here. It's a 74 Terre Haute. 74 Terre Haute is OG on that. That is $62.99 for Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. VG Plus $14.99 for Steelers Wheel. Steelers Wheel. Jerry Rafferty stuck in the middle with you. That's a VG Plus $14.99 for Steelers Wheel. VG Plus $29.99 for Talking Heads, Fear of Music. Talking Heads, Fear of Music. VG Plus $29.99. Josh Ragland on Steelers Wheel. I'm positive this isn't a half off bin. No, I'm positive. Josh Ragland first to Steelers Wheel. Sabbath, Talking Heads. EX copy, $39.99 of Poison. Open up and say all. This is the censored cover. Has the original inner sleeve. $39.99 EX copy of Poison. Open up and say all. And I feel like this is a really good deal. $62.99 for Full Moon Fever. This is a 1989 Columbia Record Club. $62.99 Full Moon Fever, original inner sleeve, Tom Petty. We never get that one in. David Tate first to Poison. Michelle Phillips was second. I'm going to go ahead and make this a buy it now. If anybody wants Humphreys McGee, $155. Humphreys McGee Hall of Fame class of 2011. I'm just going to slip that back in this crate. That is $155 if anybody, or $165. What did I say? I got it stickered from more than $155 and more than $165, but I'll take $155 for it. That's best price right now. Human Beings, Nobody But Me, VG copy, $24.99. The Tom Petty was $62.99, Full Moon Fever. VG Plus, $24.99 for U2, Under a Blood Red Sky. That's a VG Plus copy in shrink wrap, $24.99. VG, $9.99 for Wipeout, The Challengers, Pipeline. That is VG, $9.99. And we have The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. This is a VG copy, $12.99. That's the best of Jefferson Airplane. They call it the worst, though. It's no secret. Somebody to Love, White Rabbit, all those great songs. That's $12.99. I still have Billy Joe. That's Billy Joe, 52nd Street, Ron, $14.99. How much on Tom Petty? Wolfpack Motorsports, that's $62.99. It looks like he does want it. And that is Nick Bargeron, I believe. Nick, is that right? Let me know. And if he does want it, Roger Ramjet was second to claim it. And then Chris Pruitt was first to Jefferson Airplane. Let me go find Jar of Flies. I'm going to go ahead and put it up for auction. That way we can say it's sold. I'm still going to make a video. I was going to make a video over it just showing it. It's a really beautiful copy. But I guess what I'll do is I'll sell it tonight. And then I guess if I'm going to make a cool video about it, I'll have to just say that it's already sold. Tom Petty went to Wolfpack Motorsports, which is Nick Bargeron. I can't say his last name too well. Oh, and I got this copy of Rubber Soul from this collection as well that I test played. You should put his name. He buys on Facebook too as Nick. Yeah. If you just want to set it aside till we get the right spelling. Bergeron, maybe? He commented earlier on his, he actually said pass. Okay, so never mind. Sell that to Roger Ramjet. Sell that to Roger Ramjet. All right, so Roger Ramjet got the Tom Petty, and Chris Pruitt got Jefferson Airplane. Chris Pruitt got Jefferson Airplane. Okay, so this is a grail, if y'all didn't already know that. I'll listen to it. I've cleaned it. I'll clean it again. Great sounding record. If anybody's ever listened to the OGs of this, they sound fantastic. This is a very nice copy. This is the third or fourth copy of this I've had, not counting music on vinyl. I'm talking OG pressings. I've had two was a long time ago. The last one I've had recently has been almost a year. It's been about 6 or 8 months. There's the original inner sleeves. They're nice. They're very nice. Jar of Flies is not the artist. Jar of Flies is the name of the album. This is actually called Jar of Flies and Sap. It's two different releases by, not Jefferson Airplane, two different releases by Alice in Chains. It's called Jar of Flies and Sap. Jar of Flies is what everybody really wants. It has these great songs on it. I Stay Away, Nutshell, No Excuses. No Excuses is fantastic. This has got the, this is the 2 LP, so it's Jar of Flies and Sap. If y'all didn't know, that's how this was released, Jar of Flies and Sap. And, of course, this is the 2 LP with the etching. It's 100% OG. I think the guy bought he bought 2 of these or he ended up with 2, but one, I think this is the one he bought new. Has that really cool etching on it. And check this out. It's in shrink wrap. It's in shrink wrap with hop sticker. Goodness gracious. Now, I don't care 2 bits about selling this. I do not. This is something, I don't care if it sits on the shelf for the next decade, okay? But it's going to sell. It's a $250 start, and it's going to go to a new home tonight. $250 start. Let's see whose wallet was anticipating that kind of hit. Okay, did I miss any other claims in there with those? Oh yeah, the rubber sole. I listened to this. It plays like a VG copy. It's a mono rubber sole. It's a mono rubber sole. It has an address label stuck on the label. Don't have any of the pressing. I just cleaned it and listened to it. It's mono and it plays about like a VG. This is going to be, I'll do a $1 start on this. $1 start on rubber sole. Cover, VG plus, actually no splits, not bad looking, nice colors. It has some sticker residue on the back, so maybe VG because of that. Let me subtract that. That's more like a VG now, or maybe even less because of the sticker residue. But that is a, oh, and we got the original capital inner sleeve. So all around, this is an OG press mono. That don't go with it, but there's a plastic sleeve. I have ultrasonically cleaned it just like I did Alice in Chains, and that's a $1 start. I have test played it too. There's no skips, just light noise. I'm going to call it closer to VG plus, but well, I want to be fair and say VG. Okay, somebody asked about Wipeout. Who asked first about this? I'll find it in just a second, but Wipeout is a VG copy, $9.99. VG copy, $9.99. VG, $9.99. Okay, Alice in Chains, $250, $250, $250, $255, $255, $285. Paul Bill bid $30,000. Wow. No, he left out a decimal there. Dale Shannon, $260. Craig Weatherford, yeah, that's a VG copy, $9.99. Alice in Chains, $300, $250. Rubber Sole, $10, $305, $325, $310, $301. Rubber Sole, $14.5. $350, $330. Craig says he'll take Wipeout. Craig Weatherford on the Wipeout here. That's so to Craig. All right, there's so many bids, I can't keep up with it between the two. I will say this. This is a beautiful copy of Alice in Chains. It's in shrink wrap, and it has the hop sticker. The cover has no dings. The vinyl is beautiful. It's a top copy. It looks like it was just opened. It's beautiful. Okay. Back to the check condition bin. Back to the check condition bin. We have Yes Fragile, a VG copy, $9.99. Yes Fragile, that's a VG copy. That is a 4-digit, should be an OG, has the original Atlantic inner sleeve, and it has the book with it. The OG pressings came with this really cool book. I can't get it out. It's in the gatefold. There it is. Yeah, really cool book. Classic Yes album there. That's a VG copy, and that is sold to Alan Totten. Alan Totten on Yes Fragile. Can't get enough of those. Next is VG Plus, $29.99 for Arlo Guthrie. Arlo, and this is a white label promo. Arlo Guthrie Arlo, that is a white label promo. VG Plus, $29. That first track, Rotten Apple, man, it sounds so good when that acoustic guitar starts strumming. Ooh. I just got goosebumps. I don't know about y'all. Jethro Tull Aqualung, VG copy, $9.99. Jethro Tull Aqualung, VG copy, $9.99. And VG Plus, $24.99. For another Yes, this is Yes, Tales from Topographic Oceans. Yes, Tales from Topographic Oceans. VG Plus, $24.99. Alice in Chains, $400. We had Brian C., you were second on Yes. Rubber Sole, $21.22. Alice in Chains, $425. Rubber Sole, $25. Alice in Chains, $450. Alan Totten, first on Jethro Tull. Alan Totten, first on Jethro Tull. And Brian C. flip-flop there. Brian C. was first to Yes. So Brian C. got the Yes. Alan Totten got those other two there. Jethro Tull and the other Yes. Alice in Chains is at $475 with Paul Beal. Next is Talking Heads Naked. only $24.99. It is a VG Plus. It was a gold stamp promo. Somebody put a sticker over it, but that was a VG Plus $24.99. Yeah, Alan got. Yeah, Alan got the other two. And then another backstory, if you didn't know this already, for those kind of new, of course, Alice in Chains stuff, the only two records that's in print right now is Facelift and Dirt. And those are really difficult to find originals of, especially Dirt. I don't know, I can't remember which one of them wasn't even pressed in the United States. Maybe it was Facelift. I don't even think they pressed Facelift in the United States. But this album's out of print. The last time it was in print was with Music on Vinyl. And we had those in stock. At one time, I could have sold you all these you wanted for $39.99. Now that copy is not cheap. The Music on Vinyl pressings sound incredible. I still think this is better sounding, and I've listened to both many times now. This is great. Original hype sticker too. That's to say the least, a treasured item among 90s grunge collectors. Okay. Let's see. Rubber Soul was at 26 with Clay Moore. And Leslie's out. So Rubber Soul's at 26 with Clay Moore. That's a VG mono copy. Did nobody claim Talking Heads? Nobody has claimed Talking Heads. VG Plus, $34.99 for Doug Sam, Rough Edges. Doug Sam, Rough Edges. That's a VG Plus, $34.99. That's a 1973 Pittman press. VG Plus, $34.99, 1973 Pittman press. Talking Heads, Traveling Wilburys. This is not the Talking Heads. This is a 1988 OG, $64.99, the Traveling Wilburys. Traveling Wilburys, that is their self-titled first album. You have Bob Dylan, Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, and George Harrison, $64.99. Randy's back in on Rubber Soul at $30. AIC's at $550. This next record is $59.99, not check condition. This is not a check condition record. This is Tom Waits' Real Gone. Tom Waits' Real Gone, and that is from 2004. That is out of print, $59.99. Nathan Myers, First to the Traveling Wilburys. Nathan Myers, First to the Traveling Wilburys. Paul Bills at $575 on Alice in Chains. Alan Totten, you were second on Tom Petty. VG Plus, $39.99 for Meet the Beatles. VG Plus, $39.99, Meet the Beatles. And this is a, John just put 1964. Let's take a close examination of it. John Young would like to see the label. I don't know how he determines. I try to figure out what years these are from, and my eyes start going cross. That's there's something you got to look for. See the thing at the top that says Capitol Records. Some of them have that, maybe, or maybe all of them have that, but I don't know. It's a head scratcher. That's VG Plus, $39.99. Alan Totten, First to the Tom Waits. What I tell people is if you're just looking for a nice copy, we can get pretty close to telling you what year it is, and then I like to re-examine them really before we put any up for auction that's high-end. I like to really thoroughly check high-end Beatles records. Alan Totten got Tom Waits, yeah. Naked Talking Heads. This is a VG Plus, $24.99. Sean Jones, that's a VG Plus, $24.99. Yeah, the color band is a clear indication of a first press. The rainbow color band, that's a clear indication. But I think it has something to do with the way the capital and then the address at the bottom. There's all kinds of different stuff on that. Sean Jones got the Talking Heads. That's so did Sean Jones. Alice in Chains has hit the $600 mark. If anybody else was bidding on Rubber Soul, I guess Clay Moore. Clay Moore, let me know if you're in or out on Rubber Soul. Randy Scarborough has that for $30. Next is $49.99. This is an EX copy of the Beatles Something New. This is a 64 Scranton press. The Beatles Something New. That's in mono. 64 Scranton press EX. That's not a bad looking copy. $49.99 EX. Hard Day's Night is VG. $19.99. This is a VG copy. And that is UAL. That is in mono. That is a VG copy, $19.99. Hard Day's Night. Sean Jones got Talking Heads. Alice in Chains is at $610. Uh-oh. This next one is $100. It's EX $99.99. EX $99.99. It is mono Sgt. Pepper's. It does have a punch hole. It's a 67 mono Jacksonville press with insert, $99.99. This is the more desirable mono press. Very clean for an EX. It does have a scuff right here on it. That is in mono, Sgt. Pepper's. MAS, that's an odd looking font there on the top. Sgt. Pepper's. I don't know if I've seen that font before. Maybe I just hadn't paid close enough attention. All right, we have our first two outs. This is Rubber Soul to Randy Scarborough. Final call, $30. And the second bidder that was at Alice in Chains was Paul Bill, or was Eli, and he's out. So Paul Bill has Alice in Chains for $610. That's a final call. Revolver is a VG copy, $24.99. This is VG, $24.99. This is a stereo. I think it's original label. It is original label, $24.99. Can I see the lower back corner? You can. Manufactured by Capitol Records, Hollywood, Vine Street, Scranton, Pennsylvania, MAS 2653. We have a new bidder on Alice in Chains, Mike Massey, $650. Monica Malley, first to Revolver. Monica Malley, first on Revolver. And next is VG, $24.99. If you want this one, please comment yellow or sub or yellow sub for Yellow Submarine. This is a VG copy, $24.99 for Yellow Submarine. The Beatles, that is, and also has a punch hole down here on the corner. VG Plus, $24.99 for the Beatles' second album. This is in shrink wrap. VG Plus, $24.99 for the Beatles' second album. VG Plus, $24.99. And Neutral Milk Hotel. I use this in the hot picture, so not auctioned. $74.99. This is a 1998 VG, or excuse me, this is not check condition. This is near mint. $74.99. That's OG Neutral Milk Hotel from 98. That's a true first press of Sgt. Pepper. Somebody should grab that. Wow. True first press mono. True first press mono. That's pretty cool. If you never listened to the mono, that's the desirable. That is, I mean, for every stereo OG we get, there's like maybe, for every 20 stereo copies, we may get one mono. Maybe. It may even be more than that. That was sold to Monica Malley. We got some more to tag. Let's see. John Young wants the Beatles second. He says, hold this up for a second. There is a rip in the shrink wrap right here. Yeah, the shrink wrap is torn here and down here in the corner a little bit and here. It is in mono. It's an Indianapolis press. There's no damage to the cover, but the shrink wrap is torn. Let me know if you still want that. I'll lay that over here in pending. Paul's out on Alice in Chains, so Mike Massey came in at $650. Paul says he's out. Jeff McMaster does want Sgt. Pepper, SP, Sgt. Pepper. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. We can go ahead and tag that. And Brent Rabley on Beat. That's for the Beatles, and he also wanted Sgt. Pepper. David Tate was first to Yellow Sub. So Jeff McMaster for sure got Sgt. Pepper. Looks like Brent was second. And Yellow Submarine is sold to David Tate. Those are both sold. Last record before we end some auctions. Is that a rip in the middle front section? This here, no, this is looks like sticker residue. That's a sticker residue. It looks like actually it will peel off. But yeah, it's sticker residue. Jeff McMaster got Sgt. Pepper. David Tate got Yellow Submarine. David Tate got Yellow Submarine. Yeah, and then Chris Ferrara just claimed Hard Day's Night. Chris Ferrara just got Hard Day's Night. Okay, I feel like Rubber Soul's done. I'll tag it in just a second, but no more bids on Rubber Soul. And I feel like I'm at a Christie's or a Sotheby's auction. All done. Final call. Make sure nobody else wants in. This is Mike Massey's for $650. I'm about to sell it. Final call. Chris Farrar got Hard Day's Night, and let's go ahead and tag Randy Scarborough for Rubber Soul, and that was $30. That's sold to Randy. We'll go ahead and say, Randy, that's yours. Scarborough. Maybe Randy can comment his name again so Seth can see it. We're a little slow tonight. Seth is tagging records, just so everybody knows.
I didn't sign up for this.
Tanner will be here any moment. Then Tanner will take over. Okay, last record is $100, $99.99. The notorious B.I.G. This is the 2004. This is the 2004 OG, $99.99. Ready to Die. Well, it says the remaster LP. I don't know what year this originally came out, but it is 2004. It's whatever the barcode on the back says, or whatever the copyright on the back is. It is a 2004. It's Scarborough. Thank you for commenting your name. Seth don't have the master feed. I don't think anybody does tonight because I'm on, or for some reason, comments, but it's all right here. That is just, you can disregard that. That don't go with it. Okay, John does want Beatles' second album. And we already tagged Hard Day's Night. John Young does get the Beatles' second album. And Dennis Nelson on B.I.G. Jeff McMaster was second. Okay, I'm going to have to go get the air horn to sell this one, so everybody stand by. We haven't had the air horn in quite some time. I figured we'd hit it on at least one record tonight. There's one that's stickered almost $500, and I'm just going to have to show it. I didn't know how crazy we would get on Marilyn Manson. I wasn't going to be surprised if Marilyn Manson didn't bring 500. I mean, I couldn't remember the last one we sold. I know at one time I sold one for 800, I think. There was really a bidding war over one time. But for those that's kind of new and you don't know about the Air Horn Club, anytime we sell something for over $500, we blow the air horn, which, by the way, feels like it's kind of low. So if this week is weak, Mike, I apologize. But Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies, that's an OG shrink wrap. It's near mint. That's being sold to Mike Massey, $650. Everybody hold your ears. We used to ring this thing every time we sold a $100 record. And then we got to the point where we were selling $100 records a week. And yeah, like Randy just said, it used to be for $100 records. I was going through like 2 air horns a night. We were start selling a lot of $100 records, so we had to bump it up to $250, and then I think it was $500 was the next jump. So, okay, let me go through this. One more time. I'm going to go ahead and put up another Oingo Boingo for auction. This is Oingo Boingo. What is this one called? I can't ever remember these titles. This one's Check Condition. This is Nothing to Fear. Nothing to Fear. By the way, we got 5 more crates of vintage to go through tonight, so everybody stick with us. Oingo Boingo, Nothing to Fear. This is EX. This is EX, original inner sleeve. This is a $55 start. Oingo Boingo, Nothing to Fear. That's up for auction. $55 start. And let's just keep that one up right now. Let me make sure there's nothing else over here in this bin. I got to go through this bin here next. Hold on a second. Let me see what else is in here. Uh-oh, Bob Marley, more Beatles, some Tool coming up, more Jack White and Third Man stuff. I think y'all will like that. More Beatles in the next bin. I'm just going to leave the X albums in here. Uh-oh, Rush. We know that's going to go up for auction. Oh my gosh, I forgot about these. Okay, and then there's another Rubber Soul. Is that a stereo? There's a stereo. Okay, well, all right, Farewell to Kings. This is a 77 Pittman press. 77 Pittman press. Farewell to Kings, OG 77, beautiful copy, has the original inner sleeve. Farewell to Kings, one of my favorites here, I guess, if I'm ranking them. Hard not to mention this one in the first couple, but this is a $45 start. Original inner sleeve, Rush, Farewell to Kings. Some great music on here. Xanadu, of course, Farewell to Kings, Closer to the Heart. Oh my gosh, $45 start on that. Okay. Did I miss anything? All right, let me go through this crate one more time. We have Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. That's an EX copy, $62.99, 74 Terre Haute EX copy. VG Plus, Talking Heads is still available. Talking Heads, VG Plus, $29.99, 1979 Jacksonville press. Yes, Metallica will be put up next. Rush 45, now 55. I had this stickered for $175. This was Humphrey McGee's Hall of Fame class of 2011, 2012 green and black splatter vinyl. That's $175. Humphreys McGee Hall of Fame class of 2011. The Human Beings, Nobody But Me, VG copy, $24.99. U2 Live Under a Blood Red Sky, that's a VG Plus, $24.99. Arlo is VG Plus, $29.99. White Label Promo, that's Arlo Guthrie. VG Plus, $34.99 for Doug Sam with Sir Douglas Quintet, 1973 Pittman Press. VG Plus, $34.99. Meet the Beatles, Ron, 33. Let's make that an even 35, and I will sell that to you for 35, Mr. Ron Phillips. Let me know if that's good for you at 35. And then we still got Something New. That's the only Beatles album left in there. That's an EX, $49.99. That's a 64 Scranton press. And we have Neutral Milk Hotel. That is a $74.99 from 1998, Neutral Milk Hotel. So we'll see if Ron wants that. We got Tom Ulanowski at 55 on Farewell to Kings, and I was looking for a $55 start on Oingo Boingo. Ron says he will take it for 35. All right, let me put up this new crate of arrivals that I was just hinting at. Let me put this crate up, and then after that we got 4 more and an entire box of 45s. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So that's sold to Ron Phillips for 35. Chris DeMoss is at 56 on Rush. And Tanner says, I don't know. Maybe you should ask him where he's at. Hopefully he's still not in Cookeville. All right, let me get my neck adjusted for this one. Well, there was a BAM. Yeah, the BAM is patented by Jason Stapleton. I use it. I haven't used that in a while. My voice, I can barely talk at the end of the shows as it is. So, all right, so new bidder on Rush. Chris is at 56. Pay very close attention to these. 1999, this is Introducing the Beatles. 1999, and this is a counterfeit copy. That is a counterfeit copy. 1999, Introducing the Beatles. $34.99 for Talking Heads. 1986, this is Talking Heads True Stories. $34.99, original inner sleeve, beautiful copy. No check condition on that. $34.99 on Talking Heads. The Black Heart Procession, that is $26.99 from 1999. Jeff McMaster on Talking Heads. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. We have nobody out yet on Rush, but Chris DeMoss has that for 56. Rubber Soul, that's a stereo copy. It's a 66 Scranton, $49.99. It's really nice too. It's a really nice copy. It's stereo, Rubber Soul, $49.99. Scranton. Jeff McMaster, first to Rubber Soul. So he got Talking Heads and the Beatles. Sean, you were second on Talking Heads. $19.99 for D. What you see? Dark Party. $19.99. Tom Ulanowski back in on Rush at 58. $64.99 for, this is the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, Show Your Bones. That's a 2006. $64.99. Yeah Yeah Yeahs. $64.99. Chris DeMoss is in on the Rush at 59. Tom, you're back out. $39.99 for Beck, Guralito. And that's a 2005. To me, that seems like that should be more, but a 2005 pressing. $39.99 for Beck, Guralito. $24.99 for the Black Heart Procession and Sawbakken. That is a 2004 Holland. $24.99. Jeff McMaster first to the Beck. It's time for me to bring out a Sprite. I need a big, tall, ice-cold, bottled, crispy, fresh Sprite. All this sugar that is going to make me want more Sprite after I get done drinking it. By the way, today the store officially went under construction. I didn't want to make a post and confuse people. Most of the morning the store was closed because our internet was gone. But the back part of the store, if you're local and you come in the store, there's about to be a wall built that pretty much is going to close off 80% of the back. We need it for shipping, storage, processing, and our online operations. So the back, before long, we're going to have to put up cones, and really nobody can really even get to the back when we start tearing down walls and putting up walls. So just so you know, the back part of the store is going to be inaccessible for a while. Tom's out on Rush, $59.99. Final call, Chris DeMoss. Toby Grimm, you were second on Beck. The Blackheart Possession, Amor del Tropico. That is $24.99. $39.99 for the Beatles Story. That's on Apple. $39.99 for the Beatles Story. $39.99 for the Beatles 62 to 66. $39. That is the blue label, which it looks like 67 to 70, but that is 62 to 66. That's a U.S. copy, very clean, $39.99. Congrats on the renovation. Thank you. As y'all buy more from us, you allow us to grow our business. We actually have hired employees basically number 11 and 12. We got employees number 11 and 12 on payroll this week, new employees. So thanks to y'all. So anytime you're here shopping with us, you're helping a small business grow and prosper. And we actually bought this building a couple months ago. We were going to redesign a whole new showroom somewhere. We figured in a few more years we might do that, but right now we're going to stay here in this location. We're just going to renovate it, and but we're going to be here a while. So that's thanks to y'all. So I appreciate the business. Sometimes we sell so much it's overwhelming, but we're getting more people on staff this week. Ice Cube Death Certificate. That's a 2003 pressing, $99.99. Ice Cube Death Certificate, $99.99. Oingo Boingo, only a lad, $49.99 for Oingo Boingo, only a lab. Dennis Nelson on Ice Cube. Dennis Nelson on Ice Cube. Preston Rogers was second. Let's go ahead and sell Rush Farewell to Kings. Let's go ahead and sell that to Chris DeMoss for $59. $59. So Ice Cube is sold. First to the Cube is Dennis Nelson, and let's sell Chris DeMoss Rush for $59. $59. There'll be another brick in the wall. Yeah, no cherry limeade. Remember the floodwaters. I remember. That was on our checklist of reasons why we should build a new building. Tanner says, do you have an ice cold Monster in the fridge? I do. I have a cherry flavor. That's for backup. Right now I'm going to work on the Sprite though. Preston, you were second to Ice Cube. Nathan Myers first to Oingo Boingo. And Edward was next, then Fred Carnell, and then Edward again. So finally y'all want to bid on one. I've had Oingo Boingo up all night. It's either no bids or one bid. And I finally got one now. 4 people want it, of course. It's the only one I don't auction. Excuse me while I drink this Sprite. Okay. Oingo Boingo was sold to Nathan Myers. Edward Star Wars was second. Then Fred Carnell. Hendry said if the Beatles was 40, I'll take it. It is. It's $39.99. Sell that to Hendry Smink. And let's see here. Oingo Boingo. Let's make this one a buy it now. So if anybody wants this, it's $55. If anybody wants this, it's $55. First come, first serve on that. Oingo Boingo, $55. X, live at the Whiskey A Go-Go on the fabulous Sunset Strip. This is from 1988, $44.99. X, live at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Beautiful copy, $44.99. $44.99. Edward Star Wars wants Oingo Boingo Fear. This is sold to Edward Star Wars, $55. That's a custom price. And Paul Beal got X. Paul Beal got X. Can you do the 45s before break? Yes. I'll do the 45s after this crate because it's all this kind of music. It's all this kind of music, so I'll do that. Walt Cruz, you were second on X. Seth just took a big huff and puff. KC and the Sunshine Band, sealed, $29.99. That is a sealed copy, $29.99. Walt Cruz, you were second on X. And Seth, make sure that one goes in for $44.99. X live at the Whiskey. Yes shows. I've been listening to a lot of Yes stuff lately, especially since my Record Store Day debacle. But this is $34.99. Yes shows. I couldn't go to Record Store Day. I've yet to actually go. Of course, we don't participate They don't let us join, even though we sell more records than anybody else in Tennessee. They don't let us in on record store day. Don't ask me why. So I don't get to go because I'm usually running the store, or y'all know I work all night and I just don't. I guess I could stay up all day and go to record store day. But the only thing I wanted was Yes live at Knoxville. I got one on eBay for like $60 or $80. I can't remember. And then Eddie Bruce, who owns a shop, he's one of our customers as well. He hooked me up with one. And since then, several other people have asked if I wanted one. So at first, they were hard to find. I got on eBay, and they were selling for $80 like that. I was like, oh my gosh, if I don't get one now, this is going to be a $200 record. And sure enough, they kind of slowed down, but I still think they're selling for $70, $80. When I got on Discogs, one was $150. I was like, oh my gosh. All right, let's sell Metallica. John's got this stickered. I'm going to start it for a lot less. This is Metallica Beyond Magnetic. First time on vinyl. Limited edition silver vinyl, mastered for vinyl at Bernie Grunman Mastering. Includes exclusive high-quality Metallica sticker, which is right there. It still has the sticker. It is on silver vinyl, and that's a $75 start. $75 start. Okay, that is a $75 start for Metallica. Alan Totten first on Yes, and Carlene Rollins on Casey and the Sunshine Band. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Chris is at 75 on Metallica. Did anyone get... I hadn't seen anybody even post that. That must have been a low production, that Elton John. I'd be interested in one too. Elvis is 1999, The Legend of a King picture disc. Never seen that before. Elvis, The Legend of a King picture disc, 1999. Also, another classic Yes, the Yes album. Yes, the Yes album, 1999. Yours is No Disgrace. Starship Trooper. I've Seen All Good People. What an amazing song. The first part, Your Move, has that tribute to John Lennon in there too, or the Beatles. I guess he called it a tribute. They're doing the Give Peace a Chance in the background. I didn't notice that till many years later. Steely Dan's Greatest Hits, gold stamp promo. It does have some cover damage on the front and back. Gold stamp promo, $29.99. $29.99. This is the Robert Lugwin mastering. This is the Robert Lugwin mastering, $29.99. Clay Moore's at 80 on the Metallica. Larry Smith first to Elvis. Larry Smith first to Elvis. Record store requires vendor particular of the biz in new vinyl. I feel like we do. I mean, no, they don't even know. They've never asked me like, what do you sell ratio or anything. We've never even got past the interview, the application or whatever. Odd. Let's see. Darren Meyer first on Steely Dan. Darren Meyer first on Steely Dan. Arthur, you were second. Fred Carnell third. You also can't get in touch with anybody. I've asked to fly and meet with the representatives, but no luck. Okay, $49.99. $49.99. The Beatles 67 to 70. $49.99. $49.99. The Beatles 67 to 70. That's the Apple pressing. There's the blue if you need that one. That's the US version. $49.99. The Beyond Magnetic, Chris DeMoss is at 81. That's Hate Train, Hell and Back, Just a Bullet Away, and Rebel of Babylon. Chris DeMoss is at $81. Beatles. Okay, here's another Yes. This is Close to the Edge. Did nobody get the Yes album? Wow, I'm shocked. Here's Close to the Edge, which is probably, I like this one even more, especially And You and I. Wow, 1999. Clay Moore's at 85 on Metallica. Let's see here. Fred Carnell first on the Beatles. Fred Carnell first on the Beatles Blue. Rich, it looks like you were second. And then Brian C. on Yes. Brian C. on Yes. No, the Tool is in the crate. The Tool record that I have for tonight is in the crate, so be on standby. $59.99 for the Black Heart Procession. That is from 1998. $59.99. $59.99. Claim blue, but do you have a Japanese press? I do not. No, not tonight. No. $49.99 for, this is Wilco, Sky Blue Sky, Wilco, $49.99. I think there's some people patiently waiting on that one. And also $44.99. Well, actually, this was $49.99. $44.99 for X, More Fun in the New World. And this is all the X copies are really nice. $44.99. $44.99. Tony Doyle, first to Wilco, then Tom, then Patrick, then Preston, then Sherry, then Eric. Wow, lots of people on that one. Wilco is sold. Let's see if it does have the CD with it. Fred got that one, yeah. Brian C. It has the insert. I don't see the CD unless it's hidden. But this is sold to Seth. We can tag this one with Tony Doyle. Tony Doyle got Wilco. Tom Dearlove, you were second. Patrick Carter third. Preston fourth. Krista Moss is at 86 on Metallica. Sherry Darnell, you were next on Wilco, then Eric, and then Paul Bill got X. These are all ones I was going to auction, but that is 44. Make sure that one goes in, please. $44.99 Paul Bill. I was going to auction the X stuff, the Oingo Boingo, but I've kind of changed my mind. We still got 4 crates to go through plus the 45, so just doing buy it nows on most of these. The Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl, $29.99. The Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. And, I'm checking the price on this. It appears to be a 1969 UK pressing. It's $200, $199.99. We might have to look over it. $199.99 for Abbey Road. Wow, that's very nice. I don't see Her Majesty on the back. Now, this apple is centered, but the other night we had a US. This is a UK, so boy, I can't wait to go visit there one day. That's like I went to the Masters. My next bucket list is to walk across that road and have my picture taken. Can I see the back cover of the Hollywood Bowl? There it is. Are you looking for a barcode? $29.99. I forgot what the variant on this is that Beatles collectors look for. Metallica's at 90. Who else was bidding? Krista Moss, just so you know you're out on that. Sean Cassidy is sealed. $14.99 for Sean Cassidy under wraps. $14.99. $29.99. $29.99 for X. Ain't Love Grand. $29.99 for X. Ain't Love Grand. That one's only $29.99. $24.99 for Musical Chairs Fall on Deaf Ears. Musical Chairs. This is from 1982, and it looks like it includes the bonus 45. 1982, $24.99. $199.99 for the White Stripes, 9 miles from the White City. The White Stripes 2013 sticker, 2013 sealed, $199.99. That's the White Stripes, 9 miles from the White City. That is sealed. Krista Moss is backing on Metallica at 91. Walt Cruz gets this X. That's sold to Walt Cruz. $64.99 for The Wall. This is a 82 press. This album originally came out 79. It has a barcode. Look how nice, though. Spine, the colors, the inner sleeves are vibrant. Very nice copy of The Wall. $64.99. $64.99 on Pink Floyd, The Wall. Metallica's at 91. Who else was bidding? Clay, let me know if you're in or out on Metallica. Yes Songs is $39.99. The new Yes that just came out for Record Store Day, this is pretty much the same track listing. I just wanted it because it was in Knoxville, and I did sample it on Discogs. It sounds really good. But Yes Songs is another classic live Yes, $39.99. Joe Maynard, we've already sold Yes. Patty, please hold that offer, and when I finish the crate, I'll go over these again. Karen Elson, live at Third Man Records. This is sealed from 2012, $99.99. 2012 sealed. Karen Elson, $99.99, live at Third Man Records. Patty Anderson Williams, I've already read that. Clay Moore's at 100 on Metallica. $119.99 for the Rancantors. The Rancantors. This is 2011 blue and black split vinyl. $119.99, live at Third Man. Metallica's at 101. $74.99 for Jack White Blunderbuss. That is the 2012 blue and black vinyl. $74.99. $89.99 for Third Man Records single releases 2011 volume 3. That is 2012 black, white, yellow vinyl. $89.99. Preston Rogers wants the Rancantors, and Tanner has showed up. Seth is released. Seth is relieved and released. I'm glad you are, because if you can get these keyed in, hopefully we can stay on pace this week so I can keep up with our sales. That would be great. Let's see. Metallica 105. Walt Cruz says he needs to put back that X album so we can give it to Joe Maynard. Change that from Walt Cruz to Joe Maynard. $199.99. Check out this. Check out that lenticular. I don't know if y'all can see it too well, but that's Jack White from 2012 sealed. Jack White live at Third Man Records. $199.99. Yeah, Joe Maynard's Maynard. Metallica's at 106. Tool is $39.99. That's actually a 2006 pressing. $39.99 for Tool Undertow. Sober. $39.99. That's sold to Ryan Rice. Boy, that was fast. $24.99 for the Beatles' Hey Jude. That's a purple capital pressing. $24.99 for the Beatles' Hey Jude. Very clean copy. In shrink wrap. That's purple capital label as a reissue. We have Paul McCartney. $29.99 for Paul McCartney. $29.99. That's an Apple pressing. And Exodus Bob Marley. $44.99. It has a promo sticker on the back of the barcode. Let's see what's going on with this. It feels like it's a reissue. It feels like it's 180 gram, but that is $44.99. $44.99. All right, the last claim we had here was Tool. Ryan Rice. Ryan Rice got the Tool here. Ryan Rice got the Tool. Shelby Hurt, you were second. Shelby, are you the one who messaged us wanting the Quentin Tarantino record? Shelby, was that you? That name? I think that's who that was. Let me know, because I hadn't pulled that yet. Well, actually, I pulled it when we showed it earlier, and I told everybody it's already sold. But let me know if that's... I think that was your name. Sean Duffy, you were third on Tool. Axel fourth. Fred Carnell fifth. If you connect to your hotspot, yeah. Yeah. No, we don't have any internet. Either use, yeah, you can't key in unless you use your hotspot. Okay, Ryan Foster first on the Beatles. That was Hey Jude. Tanner's now in the tagging position. Ryan Foster first to the Beatles. Sherry Darnell second. Ron Stoltz third. Mark Cunningham on Bob Marley. Yeah, I don't think this is an OG. This is not an OG. So let's pass on that one right now to Mark. What's on the third man comp? Give me 1 second on that, Tony. Clay's at 108 on Metallica. Let's tag Shelby Hurt on the Quentin Tarantino. Now, Shelby, you've already messaged us, but if you can go ahead and message us again with your email address and mailing address, it's actually good that you're buying this tonight instead of already getting an invoice for it, because now you can do $7 in limited shipping all week. We're going to have a sale tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you can buy all you want all week for $7 shipping. So it'll be like a week before you get an invoice for this, but you can watch the rest of the week and add to your order. That's sold to Shelby, and that was sticker. And, okay, let me go back through this crate. There's some incredible stuff still left in here. I want to update the Metallica. Chris DeMoss, you're out. Clay Moore has the Metallica for $108. Y'all are not still what we had it stickered for. We still had it stickered for more than that, but I figured we would get there eventually. We sold an OG Tears for Fears earlier, and I brought this out to see if anybody wanted a new copy. If anybody wants a new copy of Songs from the Big Chair, $39.99. Just claim TFF. The Bob Marley is some kind of promotional reissue, $44.99. I don't know a lot about it. Okay, let's go through this crate one more time. First, maybe Craig can get us the track list on this. Craig, this is Third Man Records single releases 2011. Third Man Records catalog number 133. 133. Maybe he can post that track list instead of me reading all that off. So that's still available. Joe Maynard said sold Tears for Fears, and Steve Henry also wants one. Anybody else? I got a stack of them. We need to pull another one off the rack for Steve Henry. And then Third Man. This is $89.99, and it's a triple vinyl. It's on black and white, yellow vinyl. Black, white, yellow vinyl. All right, and we got to pull Tears for Fears for Steve Henry. Okay, let's go through this crate one more time, and then we're going to go through the really cool 45s. I may put up the Dragula up for bid and maybe one other. There's some kind of pricey 45s in there, but it's some tough to get stuff. Okay, introducing the Beatles, 1999. That's a counterfeit copy. The Blackheart Procession, $26.99, 1999. This was not really familiar. D. Wadusi, Dark Party. That's 1999. $64.99 for the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. This is the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Show Your Bones. That is $64.99. In the Fish Tank, the Blackheart Procession and Solbakken, 2004 Holland, $24.99. The Blackheart Possession, Amor del Tropico, $24.99. Did he say out? Krista Moss, Final Call. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but Metallica's $108. I need to sell that. The Beatles Story on Apple, $39.99. The Yes album, only Yes album left in here except for Yes songs, $19.99. Perpetual Changes on there. The Blackheart Procession, $59.99 from 1998. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs was pristine. 1998, and let me double check that one. Yeah, very nice. I see one scuff on it there, but yeah, just one light scuff on it. Not enough to make it EX. $200 for the 69 UK copy of Abbey Road, very clean. Hollywood Bowl was $29.99. The Beatles. Sean Cassidy, Sealed, $14.99, Sealed. Musical Chairs was the one with the 45s. This is got the bonus 45, which I don't see. Yeah, Musical Chairs, 1982, $24.99. Fall on Deaf Ears, Musical Chairs. Let's go ahead and sell the Metallica to Clay Moore. That sold for $108. Clay Moore got the Metallica for $108. The White Stripes, 9 Miles from the White City, Sealed, $199.99, 2013. Really nice copy of The Wall, $64.99. Yes is $39.99. Yes Songs, $39.99. Karen Elson, live at Third Man Records, 2012, $99.99. We have Jack White, Blunderbuss, 2012, blue and black vinyl, $74.99. Jack White, live at Third Man Records, $199.99, 2012, Sealed. Patty offered $10 for the Sean Cassidy. Sell that to Patty Anderson Williams for $10. We have Paul McCartney, $29.99, and the Bob Marley Exodus, $44.99. It feels like it's 180 gram, so I'm going to call that one a reissue to be on the safe side. I don't know if, I think Craig said there's too many characters. Let me get you some of the artists on Third Man. Dungeon, First Aid Kit, the 5, 6, 7, 8s, Pokey Lafarge, and the South City 3. We Are Hex, Karen Elson, Chris Thyle, and Michael Davies, C6 Steve, Stephen Colbert, Black Milk, Laney Lane, Insane Clown Posse, the Black Bells, Jeff, the Brotherhood, John and Tom, and Becky and John. That's $89.99. $89.99. Chris, we just sold Metallica. I gave you like a 4 or 5 call warning. I was waiting for you to say out. I figured you were out and just got off, but I just sold it. No, Clay ended up getting it. Sorry about that. I had to give a final call 5 or 6 times. Insane Clown Posse's on there. Paul said he would give $55.99 for the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. $55.99. Paul, let's go ahead and call that an even 60. Just an even 60. That's splitting the difference. I've done that on 4 or 5 other records tonight. And sorry about that, Chris. I gave it as long as I could. I figured you were just done and you hopped off. Sell the Yeah Yeah Yeahs to Paul Bill for 60s. For 60. Okay. I'm not going to go through I'm going to go through some of the 45s. Not everybody likes 45s, so I don't want to lose any viewers, especially as much more stuff as we have to go through. But let me go ahead and grab a handful. We'll go through these, and then I'll grab some more. And if there's something you're looking for, let me know. There's a couple things I'm going to put up for auction that I thought was really cool. But here's a handful. I'll go ahead and run through these, and I'll put up some more auctions right quick. We have, I can't sell these in lots. These are a little bit too pricier, but I do have some other stuff later in the week, I've got tubs and tubs of new 45s and old 45s. Oingo Boingo. This is called Boingo. This is $74.99. $74.99. This is actually the full album, I'm pretty sure. It comes in like 45s, and it has the insert poster with it. Oingo Boingo, $74.99. Sam Roberts, Brother Down, $14.99 from 2004. Sam Roberts, Brother Down, $14.99. Probot is $19.99. Dave Grohl on drums. Probot is a 2003 Europe pressing, $19.99 for Probot. Regina Spektor sings 2 Bulat Adva something songs. That was something record store day, $14.99. $14.99. Razor Light, Golden Touch, that's $9.99. And here's a classic original from the 80s. Phil Collins' Studio, $9.99. The Dandy Warhols, Plan A. The Dandy Warhols, Plan A, that's a UK on blue vinyl, $14.99. James Rayner, first to Probot. James Rayner, first to Probot. I think I've got another one of these, so everybody stand by. I have another one of the Probots. That one sold to James Rayner. Jason McCobb, you were second. Chris DiLorenzo was first to the Sam Roberts. That's sold to Chris DiLorenzo. Jason Fornerat is first to the Dandy Warhols. And Brian C. is first to Phil Collins' Studio. Franz Ferdinand, Matinee. Franz Ferdinand is $19.99, 2004. The Libertines, is that what? $49.99. What does that say? The Libertines, maybe? $49.99, 2002 UK. Supergrass, colored vinyl from UK, $14.99. Modest Mouse, Float On. Modest Mouse is $24.99. The Strokes, Hard to Explain. Boy, that looks like an uncomfortable chair. Solid Glass, $24.99. Look, it was only $3 back in 2005 at Tower Records. $24.99 on the Strokes. Mazzy Star is $24.99. That's an original from 1993 UK. Mazzy Star. And Spoon, Anticipation, Heads, 2005 Canada, $24.99. 2 White Stripes for $260. Let me see that. Let me go to that in a second. Michael Nath. Jason F. wants Super. That was Supergrass. That is sold to Jason F. What's on the Libertines? Give me 1 second on that, Tom Dearlove. Jason F. was first to MM. MM was Modest Mouse. So Jason got Supergrass and Modest Mouse. And then Dana asked the song, already sold. Adam Starr was first to Mazzy. Adam Stein, first to Mazzy Star. Jason Fornerat, second. Brian C., third. Mitchell, it's already sold. Ryan Anderson, fifth. Okay, so that leaves Spoon, The Strokes, Franz Ferdinand, Razor Light, Golden Touch, Regina Spektor, and Oingo Boingo. And then the Libertines, it was Up the Bracket and Boy in the Band. This is a 2002 original UK from Rough Trade. That is $49.99. $49.99. Now, Michael Nath offered $260 for the 2 sealed White Stripes. That's Jack White. That's Jack White. That's Yes, Pink Floyd. There's a sealed White Stripes. And now, that's the White Stripes. So are you talking about White Stripes and Jack White? I'm assuming the White Stripes and Jack White. Let me know if that's right on those. All right, price on the Strokes. The Strokes was $24.99, previous crate. Okay, so not the Jack White in here, but this White Stripes and the sealed one from the other crate. Okay, Neutral Milk Hotel, The Beatles, Doug Sam, Arlo, U2, Human Beings, Humphrey McGee, Talking Heads, and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Must be from the first crate. Billy Joel, Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, the Sands Gold, the other sealed White Stripes. Here it is. That was $150 and $200. 200 and 150 is 3. No, that's, get my math here. 350. Yes, 350. Michael's at 260. Let me think on that. Joe Zanelli said Blackheart Possession of More 24. Blackheart Possession That one was this one right here. I had that $24.99. Yes, that is available. So I'm assuming you want that for $24.99. Sell that to Joe Zanelli. Okay, before I go to another crate of LPs, let me grab one more hand of 45s. One more handful of 45s. I thought this one was really cool. This is an original Rob Zombie Dragula from 1998. This is a $35 start. That's an original from 1998. Rob Zombie Dragula. 7-inch single. $35 start on that. It's a little bit split right there. There's the back. 1998. I'll put that one up for auction. A lot of people's inquired about that one. Okay, the Strokes, Someday. The Strokes is $74.99, Someday. That's a 2002 on yellow vinyl. 2002. Boy, you would have got a pretty good return on your money if you would have went to Tower Records in the early 2000s and bought all these. Lana Del Rey, Born to Die, Blue Jeans is $49.99. That was originally a 2012 record store day. $49.99. Franz Ferdinand, Take Me Out. Franz Ferdinand is $34.99. That is a 2004 UK. Joseph Felicetti on Lana Del Rey. That's sold to Joseph. Brad, United We Stand, from the new studio album United We Stand. That is $49.99, 2012 clear vinyl. Eddie Vedder, Love Boat Captain, $49.99. That was originally record store day 2012. A Perfect Circle, Judith, is $24.99. A Perfect Circle, $24.99. And Mazzy Star, Flowers in December, limited edition clear blue vinyl from 1996, UK, $39.99. James Rayner first on the Eddie Vedder. That's sold to James Rayner. Jason Fornerat was second. Axel Horn on A Perfect Circle. Toby Grimm was second. Adam Stein first on Mazzy Star. Adam Stein first on Mazzy Star. That leaves, before I grab a new crate of LPs, Brad, Franz Ferdinand, The Strokes, The Libertines, Spoon, The Strokes, Franz Ferdinand, Razorlight, the Regina Spektor, and Oingo Boingo. Brad is Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam. Did not know that. Michael Nath, yeah, I'm going to have to, let me think a little bit more on those two LPs, but I won't forget about you. Okay, let me grab a new crate of LPs. By the way, while I'm still on my hotspot, which we have not had, knock on records, any connection problems so far tonight, which I thought was incredible. I didn't even think we was going to be able to do a show tonight, and we've ended up having a great show. So you just never know, do you, Tanner? You just never know. Let me figure out which crate of vinyl to go through next. Let's see what we have here. Let me go through this one, and then let me see what's in this one. I think there's a crate I hadn't brought up. I hadn't really got to go through these yet. Let me get a sample of what's next, or what's coming up. Is this check condition? Okay. These are all check condition records here. Let's go through these, because that means there's probably going to be some good titles. There's probably going to be some good titles. So let's go through some of these. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, these are just some good titles. These are going to be some good titles. Price on Brad. Brad was $49.99, 2012 clear vinyl. 2012 clear vinyl. Sean Smith, Reagan Hager, Keith Lowe, and Stone Gossard. Features 2 exclusive unreleased songs. New studio album, United We Stand, available soon. Let's see. Take 50 for the wall. I'll take 60 for it. I'll take 60 for it. I'll do some more 45s in the middle of this bin. I'm going to go through them all here in part 1. I'm going to go through them all before we take a break. We got another hour probably before we pause. I'll go through all of them, but we'll do it in between this crate. Milt Jackson, Plenty, Plenty Soul. Milt Jackson is a VG copy, $11.99. Deep Groove Mono. Milt Jackson, Plenty, Plenty Soul. VG copy, $11.99. Plenty, Plenty Soul.
That's sold to Doc Smith. Doc Smith. Doc is back. Bob Dylan. 62 Pittman stereo, a VG copy, $49.99. Bob Dylan, VG, Pittman stereo, 62 Pittman stereo, VG copy, $49.99. Originally owned by Ace, 2i Columbia. Wow, 62. Taj Mahal, The Natural Blues, a VG copy, $11.99. Taj Mahal, $11.99. That's a VG copy. Taj Mahal, Columbia, 2i. Let me get that back in its house. Taj Mahal sold to Greg Baldwin. Doc Smith, you were second. By the way, if anybody wants Dragula, $35 buy it now. I think a lot of people wanted it, but maybe not for $35. Maybe somebody does. Rob Zombie Dragula, $35. Taj Mahal went to Greg, Doc second, Nathan third, Josh fourth, Brian fifth. Martin Pryor says he'll take the Rob Zombie. Martin wants it for $35. That's sold to Martin Pryor for $35. Brian C. was second, Shelby Hurt was third. Y'all been better off just bidding. You might have actually won it. Okay, I'm going to show this record for a bite now. I hadn't got to do a lot of research on it, but I just know it's extremely rare and it's not cheap. We have it stickered for $429.99. I repeat, $429.99. This is the Averitt Brothers, Four Thieves Gone, the Robbinsville Sessions. The Averitt Brothers, Four Thieves Gone, the Robbinsville Sessions, $429.99. That is from 2012. Am I missing comments? Yes, the chat isn't on the screen tonight. I don't know why. I didn't want to... Tanner, do you know how to reboot that? Tanner may know how to reboot it without ending the feed. But I can see them all right here. But we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, this is turns out to be a good crate. Martin Denny, Exotica, Volume 2. Uh-oh, we can probably see comments now. VG, $14.99, 1957 mono. The Exciting Sounds of Martin Denny, Exotica. Look at those eyes. Volume 2. That is... Hey, there's the comments. You can see them on the screen now. How did you do that? What did you go to? Comment feed? Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you got the cursor on. Aha.
Yeah, that little, like an eyeball icon.
Okay. Tanner, this is why
I clicked it off and turned it back.
Okay. All right, Brian C., first to Exotica. The Averitt Brothers is $430. Bill Evans, VG Plus, $19.99. Bill Evans, Harold Land, Kenny Burrell, Ray Brown, and Philly Joe Jones. Bill Evans, Quintessence. Bill Evans, VG Plus, $19.99. The Best of the Doors, quadraphonic pressing. This is a VG copy, $14.99. This is a quad pressing, VG, $14.99. Best of the Doors. Quad pressing of Frank Zappa, Mothers of Invention, VG copy, $24.99. That's a quad. That is a quad. Overnight Sensation, quad pressing. Chris Ferrara, first on Bill Evans. Ryan Anderson, first on The Doors. Sherry Darnell, second on The Doors. Craig Rutherford, third. Brian C., first to Zappa. Wow, no one's got the Dylan. That's surprising to me. Let me grab a handful of 45s. Let me grab about 5, 10 here. Let me see how many I've got in my hand. This first one is $24.99. It's Jimi Hendrix. $24.99, live at Woodstock, 30th anniversary, limited edition commemorative single. Hendrix is $24.99. Beth Gibbons and Rustin Mann, Tom the Model, $19.99. The Flamin' Lips is $24.99. That's cool. Numbered on the back. The Flamin' Lips, $24.99. Teeth the Eats, that is on black vinyl, $9.99. And then we have a 2012 red vinyl, same price. And who do we have here? I can't read it. $9.99. This is well, I can't read that. It's not death metal either. That's just the font is so wicked I can't make that out. What's a quad pressing? Quad is four channels of music instead of 2, just to keep it simple. Michael Nath, first on Jimi Hendrix. That's sold to Michael Nath. Ryan Anderson says teeth, either one. Well, I'm assuming you would want red vinyl, so I'll give you red vinyl. Sell Ryan Anderson the red vinyl. That leaves whatever that is, Teeth, Flaming Lips, and Beth Gibbons. Okay, back to the check condition bin. This is a good check condition bin. VG minus Barry Manilow's Greatest Hits picture disc. Now, who needs that? It's a VG minus because the second LP has a light warp. The second LP has a light warp. It does. So there's no really markings on it. Yeah. $9.99. We got Dylan and Manilow back to back. EX copy of the 1 o'clock lab band, Neil Slater director, Lab 83, North Texas State University. North Texas State University, EX 1499. North Texas State University, Lab 81 commemorative, 1 o'clock jazz lab band, Leon Breeden director, VG copy 1499. Lab 79, North Texas University band, that's 1999 in shrink wrap. Lab 79, North Texas State University band, that's another copy. This is a VG plus, $11.99. North Texas State University lab band, Leon Breeden, director, Lab 78. That's an EX copy, $14.99. Recorded live at the Winter Garden Theater, Beatlemania. That's a VG plus, $9.99. Avery Brothers, extremely limited. Yeah, this Avery Brothers, if anybody's interested, that's why it's $430. Very limited, 2012 of that. Does it have... I'm assuming you're talking about Barry Manilow. Let's see. It does. And it's the disco version. Who asked that? Matthew Christ, you need that. You need that. Okay. Baker Gruvitz and Baker Gruvitz Army Elysian Encounter. That's Ginger Baker. EX copy. Baker Gruvitz Army Elysian Encounter. EX $11.99. Matthew Christ on the Barry Manilow. That's sold to Matthew Christ. Jedit was second. Ginger Baker. Sinatra. VG plus $19.99. Sinatra. VG plus $19.99. The Best of Percy Sledge. Signed. $149.99. Autographed. When a Man Loves a Woman. Percy Sledge. It says Percy Sledge, love always. That's signed. The vinyl is VG plus, $149.99. Percy Sledge. Frank Sinatra, Romantic Songs from the Early Years. VG plus, $9.99. Alan Totten wants the Baker Army. That's sold to Alan Totten. Jetty was back up on Barry Manilow that Matthew got. Yeah, Jetty, you were second to Barry Manilow. The Voice, Frank Sinatra, VG copy, $9.99. That's a mono. Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night. That's a VG copy, $9.99. The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Original soundtrack from the French film. That's an EX plus, $9.99. California Jam 2. That's a VG, $9.99. California Jam 2 has Santana, Dave Mason, Hart, Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, Rubicon. That is a VG, $9.99. Ryan Anderson wants Sinatra, Strangers in the Night. That's sold to Ryan Anderson. Let me grab another handful of 45s over here. We have the following 45s I'm going to show next. We have James Brown, $9.99. James Brown featuring Fred Wesley and the JBs. There it is, and Pass the Peas. Recorded live at the Apollo, 5,000 Record Store Day. Bruce Springsteen, Rocky Ground. That's a 2012 Record Store Day. $26.99 for Bruce Springsteen. The Mooney Suzuki is $9.99 from 2003. There's another Giote. I think I'm butchering that. That is $74.99 from 2012. The Cult. Uh-oh, is that The Cult? It is. The Cult, For the Animals and Lucifer $14.99, 2012 Record Store Day. Jimmy Eat World Pain, $9.99. Operation Ivy Hectic EP, $99.99. Operation Ivy from 1988. And Interpol Mammoth, $19.99, 2007 UK. Okay, Chris DeMoss is first on the California Jam. Doc Smith wants the James Brown 45. That's so to Doc Smith. Martin Pryor first to the Cult. Sherry Darnell was second it. Brittany Bragg on Jimmy. And that was Jimmy Eat World Pain. And the Goatee. Somebody give me the phonics on that one again. $74.99 from 2012. That's somebody that I used to know. Is that the song that I'm hearing in my head right now? Is that who that is? Is that song? Maybe that's why it's so expensive. Chad, I forgot I have the Wilco Sky Blue. If too much hassle, pass to next. Wow, there was a lot of people who wanted that one. I don't know if I can find that. I haven't reset my feed all night, but I guess I'll call it. Yeah, I don't have it. It's who wants the Wilco? Who wants the Wilco? So, Tom Dearlove says, I was second. I guess that's kind of a claim. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything before that. Jason asked the price. Craig says it's Gautier. I like this. Lots of people are commenting. Gautier. Thank you. I've never heard anybody say it, so I didn't know how to say it myself. That's usually why I don't know how to pronounce these things. I've never heard anybody else say it, really. Gautier. Tom Dearlove says I was second. And then we have Charlie DeFrank, and then Craig. So, let's give that to Tom Dearlove then. I think he was second in line anyway, and plus he was the first one really to comment there in that feed. So that's so to him. And Sherry says, we'll auction it. We're going to give it to, that's a great idea, but let's give it to Tom Dearlove. And if I knew there was that many people wanting it earlier tonight, I would have auctioned it to begin with. Okay, back to the check condition bin. VG Plus, $19.99. Very cool here. The Wizard of Oz. Gatefold VG Plus, $19.99. Wizard of Oz. This is cool. More music from the Man from U.N.C.L.E. VG copy, $11.99. More music from the Man of U.N.C.L.E. VG, $11.99. Linda Ronstadt, a retrospective. This is a great Linda Ronstadt compilation. VG Plus, $14.99. Has all of her stuff from Stone Ponies and her solo stuff. VG Plus, $14.99. Robert Johnson on WO, Wizard of Oz, sold to Robert Johnson. John Porter on Linda Ronstadt, that's sold to John Porter. Sly and the Family Stones, Greatest Hits. Listened to this last night, not this exact record, but I listened to this pressing. VG, $9.99, Sly and the Family Stone. John Porter got Linda Ronstadt. Sly and the Family Stone's Greatest Hits was a VG, $9.99. The Best of the Birds, Volume 2, with Hype Sticker, Jesus is Just All Right. VG, $9.99 for the Birds, Best of the Birds. Ooh, Rainbow, live in Germany, 1976. Dio, Rainbow, VG, $59.99. This is a 1990 UK import. 1990 UK import on Rainbow, live in Germany, 76. You Are the Music, We're Just the Band, Trapeze. Trapeze is a VG copy, $9.99. Trapeze again is a VG Plus, $9.99. That's Hot Wire by Trapeze. O'Brien, Doing All Right, VG Plus, $9.99 on O'Brien. Jesse Colin Young, The Perfect Stranger, VG Plus, $9.99. Neil Young, his self-titled album, VG copy, $19.99 for Neil Young. Mott the Hoople, All the Young Dudes, VG, $9.99 for Mott the Hoople. And For Your Love, a classic by the Yardbirds. This is a VG copy. It's a 1965 mono VG copy, $34.99. Doc Smith first on O'Brien. Okay, let me grab another handful of 45s. We're about halfway through that check condition bin. And then I've got 3 other crates to go through tonight. And if we don't go through them, what we don't go through for part 1, I might save for tomorrow night's show as far as new arrivals. Part 2, when we come back for about an hour, what we don't have, we'll probably do on-sale stuff. So, all right, let me first go ahead and tag John Porter with Mott the Hoople and Pamela Yeager. You were first to the Yardbirds. Those are both sold. This is Mazzy Star. Come on, Burn, Lay Myself Down. $14.99. 2012 blue vinyl. Mazzy Star. Come on, Burn, Lay Myself Down. $14.99. That is sold to Ryan Anderson. Another Jimmy Eat World Futures. Jimmy Eat World is $9.99. That's a 2004 clear vinyl. Jimmy Eat World. Ben Harper with Charlie Musselwhite, $9.99. Monster Anchors Up, $9.99. The Vines, F the World. The Vines is $9.99. The Coral, In the Morning, $19.99, 2005 UK. And this is Electric Warrior by T-Rex, $74.99. $74.99. This is a 2012 Record Store Day. I think it's the entire album as a 45 RPM, which would be really cool. That's probably going to sound really good. I don't know a lot about that, though, but that's Electric Warrior T-Rex, $74.99. All right, let me wrap that back up. I'm glad we got a sleeve for that to protect it somehow. Okay, we have, so Brian Anderson got Mazzy Star, Jason F. second, Adam Stein third, Brian C. 4, Shelby Hurt on Jimmy. Shelby Hurt on Jimmy Eat World. That's sold to Shelby Hurt. Josh Ragland put BH. That was Ben Harper. He put BY, but he meant BH. So that's sold to Joe. That's sold to Josh Ragland. Joe Ives, you were second on the Jimmy Eat World. Paul Beal first on the Vines. That's sold to Paul Beal, and Chris DiLorenzo on the Coral. That's sold to Chris DiLorenzo. And T-Rex is still available, and so is that Monster? I'm assuming Anchors Up. So that's all the 45s for tonight. I have a whole really cool Third Man carrying case. The last one sold on eBay for about $100. That's probably what I'm going to want for this one. It's really nice. I mean, it feels like a concrete block. I'm either going to auction it or show it tomorrow night. I've still got a whole carrying case from Third Man Records full of Third Man singles, White Stripes, Jack White, and others on Third Man label. I'll go through those. We'll have those sometimes this week. Mitchell says, Go TA, by the way. Mitchell, are you claiming the Go TA 45? Let me know if that's what you're claiming. And how much is T-Rex? T-Rex was $74.99. $74.99. Probably no Japanese because there's too much going on. If we do, we'll probably run some during part 2. So if you can come back for part 2, probably then, because we do have some new stuff ready. Okay, VG Plus, Taj Mahal, The Natural Blues. VG Plus $21.99. Taj Mahal, The Natural Blues. There's another one. That's a VG Plus $21.99. Moby Grape with the uncensored cover. VG minus. It's in mono. It does have the finger cover. VG minus $34.99. VG minus $34.99. The Operation Ivy, Paul Beal. The Operation Ivy was the Hectic EP. The Hectic EP, $99.99. Junkies Running Dry. Here we go again. Hoboken. Yelling in my ear, Sleep Long and Healthy Body. Nathan Myers, first to Taj Mahal. That's sold to Nathan Myers. Chris Ferrara, you were second. VG copy, $14.99 of Fleetwood Mac Rumors. That's a VG copy, $14.99 with the lyric insert. Frank Sinatra, Come Back to Sorrento. That's a VG plus, $14.99. VG, $9.99. So that was a VG Plus. This is a VG copy. $9.99. Grand Funk. I like this one. Don't see this one as often. VG copy, $9.99. Shelby Hurt first on Fleetwood Mac Rumors. That's sold to Shelby Hurt. Brittany Bragg, you were first to FW, you were second to Fleetwood Mac. Introducing the Beau Brummels, Laugh Laugh, their big hit song. VG $9.99. This has sing splits on it. VG $9.99. John Porter on Grand Funk. John Porter first to Grand Funk. VG $14.99 with Oscar Peterson Trio with Milt Jackson. Very Tall. That's a VG $14.99. VG $14.99. Dance the Rock and Roll. Dance the Rock and Roll. That's VG $9.99. That is a deep groove record from Atlantic. And that's it's got some spine splits. That's a compilation, by the way. Oscar Peterson sold to Doc Smith. If you get Record Store Day, do you have to sell those 45s, that original sticker? They suggest, so from what I've understood is they highly suggest if you're a Record Store Day, you have to sell it at their suggested prices. Just like anything, though, I think you can sell it for whatever you want to, more or less. I noticed some stores were a lot more on some titles. Some were, I think, strictly standing by the MSRP, but I think it hurts some record stores. They get like one copy of something that's supposed to be $25, and they know that 100 people is going to show up at their store, and they're like, why don't we just go ahead and mark it $35 because it's going to be on eBay later for $200. And I think that's what some stores does, and I think that's Record Store Day doesn't like that, but I think a $5 markup higher than some is probably okay. There's not a lot of margin on new vinyl, so there's not a lot of markup on new vinyl. The Shirelles Here and Now. The Shirelles Here and Now. This is a VG Plus, $11.99. That has some sing splits as well. CC Rider Laverne Baker. CC Rider Laverne Baker is a VG copy, $24.99. That's a white label promo in mono. CC Rider Laverne Baker. That is a white label promo, VG. John Porter first to Shirelles. John Porter first to Shirelles. VG Plus $14.99 for Jethro Tull Aqualung. VG Plus $14.99. And the Doors Soft Parade, a VG copy, $19.99. The Doors Soft Parade. That was a VG copy, $19.99. Eric Burden and the Animals, Love Is. This is a VG $14.99. VG $14.99. EX $32.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. VG $32.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits at Record Store Day. On Record Store Day, you won't sell in the future. First day, you can sell whatever you want. There you go. That's fair. That sounds about right. John Porter on Eric. That's sold to Eric Burden the Animal, sold to John Porter. Beau Brummels is a VG copy, $14.99. We have Led Zeppelin 4. That's EX, $42.99 for Led Zeppelin 4. That is a 5-digit reissue. It still has Porky in the dead wax, but that's not OG, $42.99. Meatloaf, Bad Out of Hell, VG Plus, $24.99. Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy. I think, isn't today the 50th anniversary of this? VG, $19.99. House of the Holy, VG, $19.99. I need to get some new copies of that. More songs by Ricky Nelson, VG Plus, $19.99. The Crying Shames, A Scratch in the Sky, VG, $14.99. And Michael Jackson, Thriller, no co-produced. This is an OG copy, VG Plus, $24.99. So the last comment was John Porter on Eric Burden, and John Porter also gets Meatloaf. Pamela Yeager was second, and Ron Stoltz wants HOH, and that was House of the Holy. That sold to Ron Stoltz. And Joe Ives is first to Thriller. Let's go through this crate one more time. John Ambrosi, you were second on Thriller. We were doing 45s in between these. We've wiped out about half of this crate. Let me go through them one more time. I've got 1, 2, 3 more bins of new arrivals. If I don't start another crate tonight, which I probably will because it's only 10, we'll probably take a break at 10:30. Let me go through these one more time, and then I'll grab another bin, which I think this other bin is, I'll go through this one right here next. Looks like it's got some good titles in it. So let's run through these one more time very quickly. I've got a whole nother crate that we probably can do before the break of all new arrivals. Dylan is a VG copy, $49.99. That is a 62 Pittman. We have lots of these North Texas State University records. There's Lab 83, Lab 81, Lab 79, another Lab 79, Lab 78, Beatlemania. If you need any prices or condition, let me know. We got Beatlemania, Sinatra, the best of Percy Sledge, which was autographed on the back. Frank Sinatra, the Umbrellas of Cherbourg, the More Music from the Man from Uncle, Slime of Family Stone's Greatest Hits is still available, VG $9.99. Those have been selling really well. Best of the Birds, Rainbow is still available, VG copy $59.99, 1990 UK import. Trapeze, Jesse Colin Young. The Percy Sledge is autographed. The best of, the vinyl was VG Plus, $150, $149.99 on Percy Sledge. Neil Young, self-titled, surprised that's still there, VG $19.99. Moby Grape, uncensored cover. Price on the Birds, Greatest Hits Volume 2, covers and shrink wrap and hype sticker, VG copy $9.99. Frank Sinatra, the Beau Brummels, Dance, the Rock and Roll. C.C. Ryder, Laverne Baker, Jethro Tull, Aqualung, VG Plus $14.99. The Doors, Soft Parade, the Beau Brummels, Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. Ryan, Led Zeppelin was $42.99. Clay Moore says he sold on the Birds. That was Best of Volume 2. Now, where did I put that back in here at? I think I see it right there. That's sold to Clay Moore. Then we had More Songs by Ricky Nelson and The Crying Shames, A Scratch in the Sky. Anybody else on that before I start a new bin? Had some killer bins tonight. We have really moved some records. There's still some crazy stuff left in these. I'll probably do an insane flip video left over tomorrow or tomorrow morning in the group late tonight. Do you still have that $1,000 Slint record? Just wondering. I don't remember that. Is that the one with the balloon on it? We just found one in the back that has a red balloon on it. That was like a grand. We forgot we had it, honestly, because it got put up here in the Discogs box. And then there's that one that has all the Friends. We call it the Friends pressing. I think we still have that too, if that's the one you're talking about. We've kind of just had them hidden. We hadn't put them online yet. Oh, wow. This is another really good. Boy, this is loaded too. This has got 60. This probably crate has 70 or 80 records in it. Looks like all new vintage arrivals, classic rock, 80s, 70s, 60s stuff, best ofs, a little bit of country mixed in, and some, actually the first couple are kind of some blues, it looks like. So this is an all-over crate. Let's go through this one right now. So new vintage arrivals. If you're just joining us, we've had some, we had some heat earlier. We had, how much did Allison Chain sell for? 650. Jar Fly sold for 650. If you was curious about that, Marilyn Manson brought 3-something. Sorry, I have a pretty good memory, except for stuff like that. It disappears on me. I've sold a lot of records tonight. So, new arrivals. These have never been shown. We're having shows every night this week, unless I end up going to buy that collection, or I have to miss for something, which I don't plan on it. So, yeah. All right, all new arrivals. Weldon Juke Boy Boner, the Texas Blues Troubadour. That is $14.99. $14.99. Marilyn Manson sold for $410. My bad, $410. Big Joe Williams. Big Joe Williams is $19.99. What's that? Seth said $310. Okay, now we have a debate. Original Cass album, O Kaluta. That is $9.99. The most controversial music show in history. Wow. Michael Nath first on Weldon. That sold to Manson sold for $310. Yeah, $310. Walter Carlos by request. Burt Bach, Baccarat, The Beatles, Carlos. That's got a lot of names on it. $19.99. Walter Carlos by request. Synergy Chords. Synergy is $14.99. Passport, Cross Collateral. Passport's $14.99. Mel Webster wants the old Calcutta. Calcutta. That's what that says. That sold to Mel Webster. Michael Nath on Big. That was Big Joe Williams. It looked easier the way Or maybe Mel was just helping me with the pronunciation there. We'll find out. Either way, thank you. Neil Diamond, his 12 greatest hits, $9.99. Neil Diamond's 12 greatest hits. Billy Squier, Don't Say No, $17.99. Just pronounce it. Thank you. I was wondering why you spelt it that way, because that really helped me figure out what it said. Billy Squier, $17.99. Josh Ragland on Neil Diamond. So we can put that Calcutta back. Thank you, Mel, for that. Made more sense the way you spelt it that way. Let me take a drink of Sprite right quick. Hank Williams, Sr. and Jr. Never seen this before. A double dozen of all-time greatest hits. Hank Williams, Sr. and Jr. $24.99. Still got the Billy Squier. Robert Palmer, Riptide, $19.99. Billy Joe, Piano Man, $17.99. It's got about a VG Plus cover, it looks like, on it. So, old Calcutta is still available. We have the Buck Owens Show, live in Las Vegas, $9.99. Wow, never seen that one. Look at that SG he's playing. Listen, the Chordettes, that is $9.99. The Genius of Ray Charles, $19.99. Van Morrison, St. Dominic's Preview, $29.99. Does have some cover damage. This is a VG minus cover. No condition notes on the vinyl. $29.99 for Van Morrison. Jeff McIntosh first to Buck Owens. That's so to Jeff McIntosh. Glenn Campbell, Galveston, Old Galveston, $9.99 for Glenn Campbell, Galveston. Don McLean, self-titled, $9.99. The Oak Ridge Boys Deliver, $9.99 on Oak Ridge Boys. Neil Diamond, Touching You, Touching Me. That's on Uni, $9.99. The Hillsiders play their country hits. The Hillsiders, $14.99. That's in mono. Pearl Bailey sings the song she loves by her favorite composer, Harold Arlen. That is $9.99. Ron Stoltz, first to the Oak Ridge Boys. Jesse said, is Hank colored? Let's see here. Probably not. We usually make a note if something like this is colored. It is not. No, that's on black vinyl. The Best of Eddie Rabbit. The Best of Eddie Rabbit, $9.99. New York Jazz, 1928, 1933, $9.99. New York Jazz. Standing Room Only, The Highwaymen. The Highwaymen, $9.99. Includes 2 hit singles, Cotton Fields and Gypsy Rover. Every Time I Feel the Spirit, Nat King Cole, $9.99 for Nat King Cole. Craig Rutherford on ER, that's the Best of Eddie Rabbit. Best of Eddie Rabbit. Doc Smith, first on Jazz, that's so to Doc Smith. I can tell my brain is ready for a rest. Ronnie Montrose, Open Fire, $14.99. Ronnie Montrose, Open Fire. Who do we have here? Herbie Mann. Never seen this one. London Underground. He also had Memphis Underground. There's London Underground. Jet It on Nat King Cole. That's so to Jet It, Nat King Cole. Richard Thompson, When the Spell is Broken. Promotion copy, not for sale, $9.99. Jeff McIntosh needs to put back the Buck Owens. Steve Henry wants RM. That's Ronnie Montrose. And Patty, we've already sold Eddie Rabbit. This is Leo Kottke, Dreams and All That Stuff, $9.99. The Fabulous Poodles is $19.99. The Fabulous Poodles, self-titled. Marshall Tucker Band, Searching for a Rainbow, $14.99. You can give John Porter that Buck Owens that we had tagged for Jeff McIntosh. No problem there. Hall & Oates, Along the Red Ledge. Hall & Oates is $19.99. Seals and Crofts, Sudan Village, $9.99. The Go-Go's Vacation, $19.99. James Gang, Live in Concert, $19.99. And the Grassroots Feelings, it's in partial shrink wrap, $24.99. John Porter on Marshall Tucker Band, that's so to John Porter. America, Your Move is sealed, $14.99. Ron Stoltz, first on the Go-Go's. Condition of Billy Squier. We didn't have any condition notes on the vinyl. The cover looks a little worn, has some chipping up here, a couple creases. Yeah, the vinyl's very clean, but that's a VG cover. Sticker residue on the back, $17.99. I've sold these pristine in shrink wrap and hype sticker for $50 and $60, and I've had some VG minus for $9.99 and everything in between. Steve Henry, first on the James Gang. That's sold to Steve Henry. Derek Clark says the Fabulous Poodles is great new wave power pop. Linda Ronstadt, her iconic album, Living in the USA. That's $9.99. Ooh, never seen this before. Through the Years, John Mayall, Mick Taylor, Peter Green, John McVie, Eric Clapton. That is $39.99. Never seen that one before. All the John Mayalls we've had through the years. Obviously, saw probably a comp. Never had it, though. The Police, Regatta de Blanc, $24.99. Most of these in here are really clean vinyl with about VG Plus covers. David Soul is $9.99. Shriek Back, Big Night Music, $14.99. Rod Stewart, A Night Like This. Rod Stewart is $9.99. America Holiday, $9.99. Hall & Oates Ecstatic, $19.99 on Hall & Oates Ecstatic. Steve Winwood, Back in the High Life, $19.99. Stephen Chesney wants the Billy Squire. That's sold to Stephen Chesney. Billy Squire. Neil Diamond Gold is sealed. That is unopened, recorded live at the Troubadour. That's a sealed copy, $19.99. Double Fantasy, John Lennon with Yoko, $19.99. Chris Crowley, First to John. Boy, if that was for John Lennon, you're fast. Was there another John in here? Maybe John Mayall? Chris, let me know. Your John comment came in awfully fast. That's either for John Mayall or John Lennon, though. I'll go ahead and pull two and see which one he wants. Does Shriek Back have Nemesis? Let me find out. Shriek Back is Backlight Trap. I don't see that on here. Nope, don't see that on here. The Alan Parsons Project, Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe, $19.99. That's in shrink wrap. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass, that's $14.99. That has his hit song, Let My Love Open the Door. Yes, he did want Mayall. So Chris Crowley on John Mayall. Fred Carnell on The Police. Fred Carnell on The Police. The Police, that's sold to Fred Carnell. Ever seen The Police double 10-inch? Yes, we had one. We had one the other night. We had one on here just the other night. Mott the Hoople's Greatest Hits, $19.99. Mott the Hoople's Greatest Hits. Pet Shop Boys, What Have I Done to Deserve This? And Rent, $19.99 on Pet Shop Boys, 12-inch single. Point Blank, The Hard Way, Point Blank is $14.99. CCR Revival, that is their self-titled album, $34.99 for CCR Revival. Blondie, Eat to the Beat, $24.99 for Blondie. And Laura Branigan, Hold Me, that is sealed. Looks like it's sealed with hype sticker, $14.99. Does ER have Rainy Night? ER. What was ER? Eddie Rabbit. That's already sold. That's been a while back. Tony Shore on Pet Shop Boys. Tony Shore got Pet Shop Boys. Carly Simon, Boys in the Trees, $9.99. Jimmy Buffett, Riddles in the Sand, $19.99. 10-Wheel Drive with Gina Raven. That is $14.99 for Gina Raven. The Beach Boys, Endless Summer, $19.99, 2LP compilation. Grease, John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, the original soundtrack, $19.99. Somebody was asking for one of those earlier this week or earlier last week. America Homecoming, $9.99 for America. 9012 Live, The Solos, yes, $19.99. Pamela Yeager on BB, that's for the Beach Boys. Sell that to Pamela. Sherry Darnell, First to Grease. We're going to give that one to Sherry Darnell. Billy Idol, Rebel Yell, $26.99 for Rebel Yell. Also has Eyes Without a Face on it. That song's also on there. Bread, Lost Without Your Love, $9.99. April Wine. Now that's one we don't get as often by then. April Wine, Stand Back. And that is sealed, $24.99. Jesse Early Wine wants the Billy Idol. Jesse, if you're a first-time buyer, I think you was on earlier when I gave instructions, but just in case you didn't hear them, thank you. Welcome to CollectCo Live. Make sure you message our page. You're on Facebook watching, so go to Facebook. Send our page a message with your email address and your mailing address. Email address and mailing address. We're going to have a show tomorrow, barring some unforeseen incident. Same thing for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can buy all week for $7, unlimited shipping. But when that Saturday show's over, the shipping deadline turns off, we invoice, and everything resets. We have some people, most of the people you see here watching, they buy from us every night, and they get a shipment every week, sometimes 2 a week, depending on how the post office delivers them. John Porter, first to April Wine, that's so to John Porter, and Chris Ferrara, first to America. If you like new vinyl, make sure you're in our group. I posted like 7 pre-orders yesterday. Run DMC, the new Weird Al Yankovic soundtrack, some music on vinyl, collected series, Poco, and The Call. We do a lot of new vinyl. I've only done 1 crate tonight, and we sold like 2/3 of it, and it was just a recap. We'll have more new vinyl tomorrow, and then, of course, this week we'll get all the new releases, anything that I think is going to be popular. We'll have them right here. And okay, we have Heart, Dog, and Butterfly. Heart is $19.99, Dog and Butterfly. George Harrison, Somewhere in England, is $24.99. Jethro Tull, Steel Monkey, and Steel Monkey, that's a promo 12-inch single from Crest of a Wave. That is $9.99. And Billy Joe, Glass Houses in shrink wrap, has the bestseller Nice Price sticker, $14.99. There's the link to our group. Make sure everybody's in there. If you have any problems with your invoice, send us a message. We'll get back with you tomorrow or Wednesday if you have any invoice corrections. Don't worry. I promise you we've probably seen your message. Tanner just got done invoicing. He'll probably be working on corrections and problems for the next 2 days because we send out hundreds of invoices. That's how that works. Jesse said also throw Hank on there. He inquired earlier about this Hank compilation. Let's go ahead and give that to Jesse as well. Sean Fairweather, first to the Billy Joe. If Eddie Rabbit didn't have Rainy Night, I want to put it back. That was Craig Rutherford. Pamela, you were second on Glass Houses. John Ambrosic was third. Best of Eddie Rabbit. Drinking My Baby, Rocky Mountain Music. That's a good song. Do Your Right Tonight, $2 in the jukebox. I Can't Help Myself. We Can't Go On Living Like This. Hearts on Fire. You Don't Love Me Anymore. I Just Want to Love You Every Which Way But Loose. I don't see that song on here. Eddie Rabbit's being put back in the bin. If anybody wants it, it's a first come, first serve. I do not see that. Let me read the tracks one more time. Rainy Night, unless it's under a different name. Don't see it. Rocky Mountain Music's a great song, though. That's one of the... I know that one. Okay, let's see. Let me go through this crate one more time. Jason Fornerat says he'll take the Eddie Rabbit. I'm not for sure. Is that song under the name? I Love a Rainy Night. Yeah, it's not on there. Okay, I'm going to read these titles one more time. If anybody's made an offer and I've missed it, send it again. Probably after I recap this break, after I recap this crate, we'll take a break. We'll be back at 11 o'clock. I probably won't show any new arrivals, but please come back because we're going to be doing half off. Half off. Half off. So we'll do that when we come back. It's worth coming back always. And we'll probably do some auctions as well. Walter Carlos by request. If anybody wants a price, let me know. Synergy Chords, Passport, Cross Collateral, Robert Palmer, Riptide, Billy Joe Piano Man. Surprised that's still there. Billy Joe Piano Man. Old Calcutta, Listen, the Chordettes, The Genius of Ray Charles, Van Morrison, St. Dominic Preview, Glenn Campbell, Galveston. That's another great country song. Don McLean, Neil Diamond, Touching You, Touching Me. The Hillsiders play their country hits. Pearl Bailey, Harold Arlen, the Highwaymen, Herbie Mann, Richard Thompson, Leo Kottke, and the Fabulous Poodles. First question was condition on Carly and Heart. The Heart was about a VG Plus cover, no condition notes on the vinyl. That was $19.99. Sean Kelly and Carly Simon. It was once again about a VG Plus cover, EX Plus Near Mint Minus vinyl. It does look like it has a saw mark, so maybe a VG cover, $9.99. Some of the white stripes at $2.60. We might be too far. You was at what, $2.60? I was at $3.50. That's a lot. I'll do, let's see, 310 is 35. Let's say 40. I'll say both of these for 310. That's 10% off. Some expensive records. I'm at 310. I'm at 310 on those, Mr. Nath. 310. Did you see this, Chad? I can't see the comment after you reply to it. Just send that again, Mr. Dale. Dale Sanders, send that again and I'll check it. Brian Liggins, the next comment. Piano Man. Piano Man was $17.99. It does have a barcode on the back. It does have a barcode on the back. So that's a later pressing. It's about a VG Plus cover. This is notorious for ringware. Clean vinyl, $17.99. Tony Shore wants the Fabulous Poodles. That's so did Tony Shore. Price on Linda Ronstadt was, have I got to that yet? Linda Ronstadt. That must be coming up. Hall & Oates, Seals and Croft, The Grassroots, America. Linda Ronstadt is $9.99, Chris Ferrara. Price on Riptide, Ron Stoltz. Riptide was the Hillside, the Riptide. Oh, that's Robert Palmer. $19.99 on that. Next was Pamela Yeager, Van Morrison price, $29.99. Clean vinyl, VG minus cover, $29.99. Sean offered $25 for both of these here. Sell both of these to Sean Kelly for $25. Carly Simon and Hart. Those are sold to Sean Kelly for $25. I Love a Rainy Night is on 80 Rabbits Greatest Hits Volume 2. Sealed premium too much, thanks. No problem. If you change your mind, let me know. What happened to the cassettes? Do you still have them? I have all the cassettes we've bought from every collection. I have not sold any of them. We have an incredible collection of cassettes accumulating in the back. Sherry Darnell wants the Grassroots. I was waiting for somebody to claim that. Brian's going to pass for Piano Man. Give Patty to Eddie Rabbit. She was next OG. Okay, Eddie Rabbit's being passed on again. Patty Anderson Williams, let me know if you want that Eddie Rabbit. If so, you've got it. Chris Ferrara takes the Linda Ronstadt. That's so to Chris Ferrara. Ron Stoltz says he wants the Robert Palmer Riptide. That's so to Ron Stoltz. Let's see, Ron Stoltz. Right here, that's sold Riptide. Has a Jar of Flies sold? Yes, it has sold. What was that price again? It sold for $650. 10 on Aqualung. I was late in getting on, didn't see offer bin. Okay, give me 1 second on that. Let me finish this bin and I'll go back to Aqualung. We've got David Soul, Shriek Back. If you want price on these, let me know. Rod Stewart, 12-inch single. America Holiday, that's a good one. Hall & Oates, Ecstatic. Steve Winwood. Neil Diamond Gold was sealed. Alan Parsons Project. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. John Lennon, Double Fantasy. I always mention this has several big songs on it like, well, some of my favorites, Watching the Wheels, Woman, and Beautiful Boy. That's great. $19.99. I have not shown any new vinyl. I went back, the very first part of the show, when this restream is reposted, the very first part of the show I did a recap, but that's the only new vinyl I've shown. Next comment was Rob Show, Alan Parsons price. That was in shrink wrap with the Sound Savers, $19.99. Which David Soul and price? David Soul was self-titled, $9.99. Oingo Boingo Alive, that's also sold. That's sold for $75. Pamela says bundle on America, and Steve Henry wants SW. Okay, so SW for Steve Henry, that was Steve Winwood. And Pamela says bundle on America. I didn't know there was more than one. Is there more than one? There's Holiday. There is Your Move. Is there another one besides that one? Pamela, I'll say both of those for $16. That's 8 and 8 on America. Let me make sure I had a mark 9 and 9. No, one of them is sealed. My bad. It'd be 20 for both of them. That's $5 off. 20 for both of them. That one is sealed. So 20 for both of those. You can open that up. Brand new. Martha Hoople's Greatest Hits. Point Blank, The Hard Way. Credence was $34.99. I think somebody just made an offer on that. That's a blue fantasy. Looks like an OG. $34.99. Very clean copy. Pamela said sold on America. That's $20 for both of those. Just keep that one at 10 and do the sealed one for 10. So 20 for America. Blondie, somebody asked the cover condition on this. It's a solid VG Plus. Still has some of the gloss. It does have some shelf wear, especially on the corners. And nice vinyl. That is $24.99. John, I can't do 20 on CCR. We might be too far. I would do 30. It's stickered for $34.99, and they usually sell right off the bat. Laura Branigan Hold Me was sealed. Jimmy Buffett Riddles in the Sand. 10-wheel drive was $14.99. Yes, 901-2 Live, the solos, $19.99. We still have Bread, George Harrison, and the Jethro Tull. Next comment was 30 on the Mystery Exodus. Mystery Exodus. I don't remember reading anything that had the word Exodus in this bin. Mystery Exodus. What is that? You might have to help me out with that. I don't think there's anything in here with the word Exodus, unless that's something from earlier, Brandon Lack. Oh, Bob Marley. Okay, Bob Marley. I was thinking about the thrash metal band first, right as soon as he said that. And the CCR condition, I'll show that one more time. The cover's nice. I've seen some of these. There's the label. It kind of looks like gold lettering. I've seen some of these gold lettering and some of them that kind of look silver. And that was $34.99. John Porter says 28. Let me think on that, because there's a couple other people interested. If anybody else says they'll take it for 30, he'll get first dibs. But if everybody else passes, I might sell it to you for 28. How much was the Point Blank? The Point Blank was $14.99. That's the hard way. All right. Glad I went through those again. I'm going to read them one more time. Point Blank, Jethro Tull, George Harrison, Bread, Yes, Gina Raven, Jimmy Buffett, Laura Branigan, Blondie, Martha Hoople, John Lennon, Pete Townsend, Alan Parsons, Neil Diamond, Hall & Oates, Rod Stewart, Chic-Back, David Soul, Seals and Croft, Hall & Oates, Billy Joel. Sell this to Mel Webster for $15. Sell that to Mel Webster for $15. Let's go ahead and sell Steve Henry Point Blank and John Porter. John Marino said he would give 30 for it, but you still got dibs. So John Porter, let me know if you do want that for the 30. If not, John Marino's going to get it. We'll see who gets that. Yeah, I still may have Bush on pink vinyl. I still hadn't found it or tried to look for it yet, though. Blondie, the Rod Stewart 12-inch single. The Rod Stewart 12-inch single was A Night Like This, double-sided promo. John Porter said he would take it for the 30. Shriekback, where did I get to? Hall & Oates, Leo Kottke, Richard Thompson, Herbie Mann, the Highwaymen, Pearl Bailey, the Hillsiders, Neil Diamond, Don McLean, Glenn Campbell, Van Morrison, Genius of Ray Charles, the Cordettes, Old Calcutta, Passport, Synergy, and Walter Carlos by request. All righty. Best price on Martha Hoople's Best. I will sell that to you for $17. Ron Stoltz also. No, Ron Stoltz is best price on both Hall & Oates. I misread that. There's Ecstatic and along the red edge. Yes, CCR went to John Porter. I will do $30 for both of those. John Porter said he will take Malta Hoople for 17. Ron Stoltz, I'll say both of those for 30. 15 and 15. Is that a no on Bob Marley? No, I forgot about it. Sorry, I've got hectic there. Also, somebody's Jethro Tull too. Dale Sanders. These crates got stuck together. Let's see here. Let me find that for Dale Sanders. I got a couple more things. Wow, VG Plus. So yeah, sell this to Dale Sanders for $10. There's his Bob Marley. Ron Stoltz passes on Hall & Oates. If anybody wants those for 15 and 15, you can have them. Neutral Milk Hotel, Arlo. Wow. One crate we still got Neutral Milk Hotel, The Beatles, U2, Humphreys, McGee, Talking Heads, and Black Sabbath. That's what kind of night we've had for those kind of records to be left over. And then this other crate, we had Jack White, White Stripes, Bob Marley. I will do $35 on the mystery Bob Marley, Brandon Lack. I'll do $35 on the Mystery Bob Marley. Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, we should have 3 albums. We should have Battle of Los Angeles, Rage Against the Machine, and Renegades. Working the heck. John Porter, you took a dent out of that bin. We got some great records. Probably when we start part 2, yeah, the Wilco sold. I regret not putting it up for auction. Pay the invoice. They're a lot named with Coletco. I'm not for sure if I understand your question. Let's see here. Who asked for this? Yeah, Brandon Lag, let me know if you want that for $35. Let's see here. Let me do some crate condensing right quick. Let's see here. This is near mint. Looks like it needs to be wiped down one more time. Looks like some lint. Looks like some lint got on it from the inner sleeve. We've cleaned it, but it looks like there was some lint on the inner sleeve. I don't know a lot about it. It had a promotion copy, not for sale, where somebody tried to peel off on the barcode. But yeah, I've marked that down considerably, but I'm ready to sell it if you want it. And Jace Dobbs says he'll take it if you don't want it. Let me try to condense these right quick. Give me a second. And then Brandon said he'll take that for $35. Sell that to Brandon Lack for $35. Okay, I'm going to show just these few records. How about for part 2, when we come back, we'll do a recap of some of the I almost said what I just said. Okay, here's some of the things left in here. There was Sabbath Bloody Sabbath was an EX on the vinyl, $62.99. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, EX on the vinyl. That's a 74 Terre Haute. 74 Terre Haute original. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, that's $62.99. Can't believe this is still here. Talking Heads, Fear of Music, 1979, OG Jacksonville, VG Plus, $29.99. Humphreys McGee, Hall of Fame Class 2011, limited edition, split color, double LP, $174.99, 2012, green and black vinyl. The Human Beings, Nobody But Me, is a VG, $24.99. U2 is still available live under a Blood Red Sky, VG Plus, $24.99. Arlo Guthrie is a VG Plus, $29.99. Doug Sam Rough Edges with Sir Douglas Quintet, VG Plus, $34.99. The Beatles, Something New, EX copy, $49.99, 1964 Scranton Press. And Neutral Milk Hotel is a 1998 OG, $74.99. Russell S. says he'll take TH, which is Talking Heads. Preston put TF, which I think was maybe also for Talking Heads, and Tony Shore wants the Humphreys McGee. That's Tony. So did Tony Shore. Is that diamond plate on the black beveled? Yes, it was. That was OG on that one. The 45s, I'll go through a stack here. The first ones I went through, I've sold probably 2/3 of them. I've yet to identify that one, but it was $9.99. Teeth, the Eats was $9.99. The Flamin' Lips, $24.99. Beth Gibbons and Rustin Mann, $19.99. Brad was $49.99. Brad was $49.99. Franz Ferdinand, Take Me Out. Franz Ferdinand is $34.99. The Strokes, Someday, $74.99. The Libertines, $49.99. That was a 2002 UK. Spoon, Anticipation, $24.99. The Strokes, Hard to Explain, $24.99. Franz Ferdinand, Matinee, $19.99. Razorlight, Golden Touch, $9.99. Regina Spektor sings 2 Bula Audakava songs in Russian, $14.99. And then the Oingo Boingo box was $74.99. Okay, yeah, I've got some great other albums to recap for part 2. I'll do that when we come back. We'll be back in 30 minutes. I'm sure my hotspot would like a break. It's been working overtime. I'm surprised it's held up. Hopefully we don't have connection problems for part 2. We'll be back in about a half hour approximately for part 2. And part 2 will be about an hour long. We usually go to around midnight or a little before, a little later, depending on how many people's watching and how many great stuff that pops up. Roger Ramjet, if you want Sabbath and U2, I will do 55 and 20. 55 and 20. That is $75 for the pair. And if you want those, Roger Ramjet, just say sold. 55 and 20. I'll go ahead and lay them over here because I have a feeling you're going to say sold. That's 5. That's 8 off Sabbath and 5 off U2. That's $13 off. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. That was a fantastic show for part 1. We will be back in 30 minutes for part 2, approximately 30 minutes. Neutral Milk Hotel was $74.99, Craig. $74.99. That was a 98 OG, $74.99. If you decide you want it or make an offer, just send it now, part 2, or when we come back, or send us a message. Okay. Thanks, everybody. See you in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes from now. See you then.